35.
Mm-hmm. Rub it in.
That's how it works.
I'm okay with it.
We are live.
We're live.
Doing it live.
Lippity live. Flippity flip. Man, I wish I remember. I need to write things down.
Yeah, tell me about it. I can't. I didn't write it down.
Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you.
You made yourself laugh.
Get ready. Are you ready to laugh? You're ready for 1.5 to 2 hours of comedy. Comedy gold.
There's a lot of information coming because it's Fakey 3 week.
Yeah, tell me about it.
There's so much news on your top
here.
stories.
I know. All right, we're gonna.
And
start.
you know, I wanted to look ahead so that I knew what was going on. And guess what happened?
What?
Halfway through looking at it, I tuned out.
Sounds about right. All right, we're gonna start. GoNintendo podcast, Webisode 775, the Komala podcast. The GoNintendo podcast is part of the Greenlit Podcast Network at greenlitpodcasts.com. Mom Brain, tell us about the one, the only, the great Komala.
Allow me. You know, the way that you said Komala is the way that Comanche's first vet used to say his name. I'd walk
Comanche.
in. That's exactly what he would do. I'd walk in and he would go, Comanche. And then he would tell me that cat needs a lot of catnip or he's going to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, as you can see on my arm. Yes, I recognize that very well.
Yeah. Komala. It stays asleep from the moment it's born. Oh, yeah. When it falls into a deep sleep, it stops moving altogether. Foot tall, 43 pounds, male and female. The category is drowsing, and its abilities include comatose.
There you go.
Drowsing?
Yes, drowsing.
Oh, man. What's his name?
Komala.
Like with a K.
Komala gets me so... Komala is so drowsing. Oh, it gets me so drowsed.
I don't know what you're getting at here.
I feel like I have sand in my eyes.
We got a real Nicky Hill show today because so far we've done one thing, which was say the name of the Pokemon, and he's like, "What's the name of the Pokemon again?"
Thanks.
Very
cool.
Hello, Steve Weiss, and I am reading what you're saying. Hello, Autumnal Blake and Robberman. Robberman X and Colma. And Colma, I thought of you today because Pokemon's name is Komala. I was like, that sounds like Colma. Roth and Ridley Soria and Super Shawn 064 and Grantimus and Freddie Fro and Rock Yeah and Blunners and the Namekian Clown. I will never forget how to say that name.
There's a song coming from that person today.
Anastasia Beaverhausen, Steel Diver, everybody else that I didn't see in there. Thanks for joining us on this. Hello, Hailey and Tom, on this lovely Saturday. I did remember. I will never forget how to say that name. I want to say Namekian Clown, but hello, Super Blastics. But I'll go with Namekian.
This is breaking up so much right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. You sound great.
My connection.
Your regular phone connection? Hello, Nico Darunia. We're on. Yeah, I know. That's what I meant. I'm just saying your phone is having trouble. Yeah, when you talk, when we're like playing games online, it's like 75% we can hear you. You're usually cutting out.
It's 70% what?
I don't know if you're being serious.
No, you just broke up.
Yeah, I said whenever we play games online with you, you're like, we hear you 70% of the time. You're always cutting in and out.
I'm also quiet.
Yeah, but you're not. Quiet isn't the same as cutting in and out.
Well, I don't know. My internet was good. I told you what my internet was. Like, what the heck?
Hi, Outlawed. Hi, Robot Face. Yeah, but you say your phone is old and it's jam-packed, correct?
Potentially.
Hi, Josh Grobot, my best friend in the whole life, who I went to college with.
Photos getting in the way of my phone calls.
We went to high school university. Is that where we went? That's where we went.
University High.
University High. Hi, Josh. How are you today?
I'm feeling so great. Thanks for asking.
Anytime, Josh. We're buds. We go way back.
Thanks.
See, Josh
Very
sounds
cool.
great.
Very cool. That's what we used to say all the time back when we were in our dorm together.
Sure, whatever.
Hi, Kirby. Yes, Kirby makes a very good point. Nikki Hill also usually does have at least 300 browser windows open on his phone. Hello,
not
Giant
good.
Reggie.
That's not-
How do you
okay.
know that if you're not
And
looking at
that's
his
not enough.
phone while he's
I
not
don't
looking?
remember what happened. Well, one day we found out he had it was like scrolling through. They just kept going. I was like, why are there so many windows open? Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot
well,
about that.
I've got a lot of things to keep track of.
I understand. I'm a very busy man. Speaking of busy, as Nikki Hill was saying, boy, were we busy this week. Lots going on. It is, technically it's a week later, but it's like fake E3 going on. So everybody's doing their own press conferences, and it's really annoying because, as I said, I wish at least a few of them would have gotten together and been like, hey guys, since we're not doing E3, let's all get together and do like a big thing. Maybe, like a network kind of show where we all work together and embrace one another for a week. And nope, everybody's got to do their own thing. So we've been covering all that. And Nintendo just randomly throws stuff out there too. So there's been a lot going on, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So we got all that to talk about. But we have some other things to talk about before we get into that. First off, can I have a drum roll, please? I am very honored, and most of you probably noticed already.
Whoops.
Okay, there we go. That's it. Next topic. We are working with the lovely Name of Austin on video reviews. So Name of Austin and I were talking, and he got the idea
I'm interested in this.
to share video reviews. And how it's going to work is I'm just going to randomly give him codes. I'm not going to tell him what he is reviewing, and he's just going to review it. That's not how the first review worked, but that's how it's going to work from here on out. It just so happened that we both had an opportunity to review this game, so he did the review for us. His first review is available on his YouTube channel or our YouTube channel, where you might be watching this podcast right now, and it is for Railway Empire. He checks out Railway Empire. And if you have seen Name of Austin's reviews, you know he does so in a very unique and I would say extremely funny way. I always laugh at his videos every single time. How do publishers and developers feel about him? I don't know. We're going to find out because the company that sent Railway over was like, do you have the review yet? And I was like, oh, not yet. And then he did the review and I was like, okay, here you go. So I haven't heard from them yet. But we're going to see what happens. But he likes the game. But yeah, he reviews games in a very unique style. And I honestly super appreciate what he does. I really legitimately think he is one of the funniest people on YouTube. At least we'll say in the gaming space. I can't say all over YouTube, but YouTube gaming, he's got a dry humor and a unique humor, and he's got definitely some Tim and Eric in him. It's good. It's my kind of stuff. So
Yeah, but is he like the funniest person on TikTok?
Oh my God, there's billions of people on TikTok. I don't know. That's hard to say.
I'm a hardcore gamer.
Try a little bit harder.
Josh, you're a hardcore gamer. Are you interested in Railway Empire?
No, not at all.
I had a feeling.
Did you know you can play Tetris for free on Tetris.com?
I did know that, Josh. Some would say I knew that before you knew it, but that'll be for another day.
We'll just have to wait and see.
We already know. So yeah, we're gonna have more reviews coming from him.
I don't want to be here.
There it is. It took a while, but we got there.
Well, you left him no choice. You were like picking on him. He started off in a really good mood.
You know what's interesting?
I'm sorry, Josh.
What's that, Nikki Hill?
You said something about the past, and Josh says we'll have to wait and see. I think he's working on time travel.
Well, he is a robot.
We're going to have to wait until we get to the future to see what happened in the past.
Well, I
This
mean,
guy's literally ahead of his time.
That story was boring and dumb.
man, Nikki Hill, you try and defend the guy, and then he gets up your ass too. All right.
Sure,
Yeah.
whatever.
Unfortunately, Oh, what was that?
A big hello to my fans.
Hi, Mom Brain. How are you?
I'm really great. How are you?
Great, thanks. Hi, Nikki Hill. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
That's great.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I'm great, thank you. What?
There's somebody you didn't ask.
Josh is the first one I talked to today.
I wasn't talking about Josh.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Kirby.
Hi, Kirby's not here.
But he's in the
For
Discord.
all we know, Kirby doesn't exist anymore. We haven't seen him in forever. We don't know. He could be, that could be somebody else typing on the other end of the computer. I don't know if it's really Kirby. Maybe it's that bat that was in his house.
I am the world's best singer.
No. Very nice, Josh. Thank you.
Hey, Josh, you got any new material? Come on. Is that the Star Spangled Banner?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Right.
Moving on. I found out about a game show today that I didn't even know existed until today. And I am embarrassed that I didn't know about it. Nikki Hill, maybe you've heard about it. Have you heard of Floor is Lava?
That's a game show? I thought it was a comedy special.
It is not a comedy special. It is a game show. Yes, I watched the first episode today.
Is it on Netflix?
It is. Oh, man, here we go. Yes, it is on Netflix.
Is that what I sound like?
Did you say that? You already said that it's on Netflix?
Yes,
Is that what I sound like?
it is on
Well,
Netflix.
well, you started saying game show, and you know what I realized? Documental is the Japanese version, but there's also LOL, last
Yep, very good. Thank you, Nikki Hill.
laugh out last, just
Wow,
last out,
I'm
out
impressed.
laugh, or something like that. Which there's like a, I don't know if it's Latin American. I didn't look at all the details, but there's like a Spanish version and an Australian version. It's the exact same show as Documental, but a bunch of comedians from two other regions.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm surprised they haven't done an English version yet. Like, I would imagine that it'd be super cheap to film. I don't know why they're not doing it, but
Yeah.
whatever. All right, so there's a show called Floor is Lava, and it's literally the game you play when you're a kid. The floor is lava. You can't touch it, except in this show, like, it is a massive room filled with red water that's supposed to look like lava, and they add in lava sound effects, and like they have the water bubbling around, and you have to jump from obstacle to obstacle, and each team has 3 players, and they have to see how quickly they can make it to the end and how many people they can make it to the end with. You get 1 point for each person. If there's a tie, it's whoever does it the fastest. It is amazing. It's like Wipeout or any of those kind of shows, but also, so, you know, it's people falling and getting hurt, which is my bread and butter. I love that. But just the idea is fantastic, and I love how serious they take it. So, like, when a competitor falls into the lava, you see them fall down into the lava and disappear, but then they never show them again. Like, you never see them like coming up out of the water. It's like they actually fell in love, and they cut it to like their partners screaming and everything when it happens, and then that's it. They're gone. It's so good. The show is amazing. You really, there's like,
But it's like, oh, am I on mute still?
no, you're
No,
here.
I'm not. I'm just looking at like a still from the trailer, and it's like set up like house, like environments in your house.
Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah, the first episode of the show is the basement, and then I guess it moves on to stuff like the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom, stuff like that. So the basement is full of like all kinds of random stuff. They have paintings and a sarcophagus, and there's a pyramid and like boxes and like a cargo net with boxes in it, and just all kinds of random stuff. It
Is the original, like, do we have to explain Floor is Lava? Like, is that a cultural thing? Like, that's not just like an American kid thing, right?
Is this what you're reading in the chat, or you're just
Well,
randomly coming up with this?
No, Autumnal Blake was like, that sounds so American.
Hello, 8-bit Lego. It is very American, I would say, as far as like the type of game show. Oh, you know what? I feel it's also kind of British. Like, it's something the British would do for a game show, but it is amazing. It is such
Good. Kids in
There
Australia
you go.
worry about Floor is Lava
it's
too.
such a fun show. I've only seen the first episode, but I'm very excited to watch the rest. I just love game shows that are all out, just dumb and fun. Like, as I've said many times before, game shows that are overly serious and drag things out drives me nuts. But something like this is great. People just having fun, being silly, like getting lost in the game. I love it. So check that out. Like I said, I've watched one episode. Very eager to watch the rest. I believe there's 10 on there right now.
I was
Yeah,
out
so that other
gardening.
game was Last One Laughing.
Thank you,
LOL.
Nikhil.
So there's multiple versions of it. It's crazy.
I
Sorry,
was
Mom.
out gardening this morning and I came inside to take a shower before the podcast, and Raw Meat was like, Mom Brain, come here. And I was like, for a minute, I was like, oh God, is everything okay? And he just wanted to show me the game show.
Everything is not okay. You have to see this game show. All right. One more thing before
So wait, but just so you know,
it's on Netflix.
that's on Netflix. But there is a comedy special with a comedian. I think it's a comedy special. Gina Brillon. I don't know. It's Brillion. And that special on Amazon is called The Floor is Lava. So,
Well, to
do
be
research.
particularly picky, this show is on Netflix, as I've said, but also the name of this show is Floor is Lava, not The Floor is Lava.
I'm just saying there's similarities here. I'm just putting it out there so people don't get confused
I don't think that
and watch the wrong thing.
you know, as long as they're paying a little bit more attention than you are, I think they're going to be okay. All right, moving on. The thing I've been waiting to
I
talk
think it's a valid thing. Something that's similarly named. Come on.
That
Okay.
is not.
People are going to... It's like when people went to Dinosaur Park expecting Jurassic Park and they got a completely different thing.
Yeah, but if they went to Netflix's park first to find this thing, then they would be fine. But if they went to Amazon's park, then yeah, I guess they would be screwed up.
Yeah, but they can go to Amazon Prime and go, oh, it's here too. And then they watch and they go, this isn't a full series.
Well,
this is just a one-off special.
That's the person's fault for not paying attention, isn't it?
And I'm just putting it out there that there is a difference. So that's it. I'm just trying to help people. Man,
So, The Floor is Lava is available on Netflix.
hold on. Malik Halo wants to know, is it on Netflix? Which one are you talking about? There's Floor is Lava and The Floor is
The
Lava.
game show Floor is Lava is on
It's not
Netflix. The comedy act or comedy one-off special stand-up show is on Amazon. It is The Floor is Lava. There you go.
The force is strong with this one.
All right, moving on.
And there's also Force is strong with this one.
I've been waiting over 2 weeks to talk to you guys about this. I've already talked about it on the site and on Patreon because, you know, we only do the podcast once a week. Now I can finally talk to you about it here. And don't worry, I've saved a very special story for everyone just listening to the podcast. We've been living with Lego Super Mario for the past, almost 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
Lego Mario has been here hanging out with us. Mom Brain.
Has anyone stepped on a Lego piece yet?
No,
Not me.
surprisingly not. Mom Brain, you've been talking about how you wanted to, how you were looking forward to discussing this on the show. So now's your time to shine.
Well, is there anything I can't talk about?
Nope, all fair game.
All right. So, it's been a while since I've put Legos together. So I don't know if this is available, for other Lego sets, but you actually use an app, a free app on your phone to put together the Lego parts. So that was neat because you could it was a lot like Nintendo Labo where you could spin the structure around and look at it from different angles if you were confused about how to put it together. It was super easy to put together. It was a ton of fun to put together. It didn't take super duper long. We had the starter kit, and then we had a pretty big add-on, and then I think 2 or 3 more other add-ons that were smaller.
No nipples, Anastasia Beaver has, and I took off his overalls just to check. No nipples.
Colma and I are talking about an Olympics.
Hey,
Thank you. Appreciate that. And
Mom
then
Brain, are batteries required?
yes. Yeah, I think Mario gets 2 AAAs
And
and they are not included.
the cool thing is, the app will tell you what Mario's battery level is at. If you connect it through Bluetooth, it'll tell you 90% battery, it's a battery indicator. And I've been using it a lot and we're still over 80% on battery. So
Nice. So, you put together like the main structures pretty much stay together, but the rest of everything is totally customizable. I mean, you could customize the main structures too. I don't know why you would, because they're like perfect as is, but
Well, I mean, like the big set pieces, I guess you would leave alone.
Right,
But the
like
other
the-
stuff, like the mushroom houses and all that,
Right.
you could individually place wherever you wanted. Yeah, I
Right.
don't think you would take them apart.
Right.
No, but
So it's a ton of fun. And I mean, I think it kind of reminds me a little bit of like a dollhouse, where like the fun is in like setting it up and
Grant Miss, I'm going to explain that.
and getting it together, as opposed to like I mean, you can play through a course and like, you know, there's a timer and you can get coins and whatnot. But for me, it was more about like just like setting up a cool course. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time. I feel like it's an excellent gift for anybody who's, you know, lives at the intersection of Legos and Nintendo. I certainly would. I mean, it's regular Legos. It's not like, you know, Duplos or like the bigger ones. So I certainly would, you know, adhere to the guidelines for ages, because little Legos
Please
are a choking
follow the
hazard.
Lego guidelines.
And you know, once everything is put together, like some of the parts aren't like, you know, indestructible sturdy. You know, like they're just a couple of Lego bricks. So like you kind of have to be. You don't have to be like uber gentle, but like, you know, you have to treat it with some care. So if
They're
you were,
no, I want to make this very clear. They're just regular Lego. You're acting like there's something special
well,
here. Just
no,
regular Lego.
right? But I'm just saying, like little kids.
Yeah, well,
like-
you don't have to worry about that. Lego have age ratings on them and
That's
all
what I'm
that
saying.
stuff.
So be careful. Just make sure you're paying attention to
What
that.
are you talking about? It's just regular age. Like you're making the point that you're talking about this so much makes it seem like you're trying to say like this is different. Like
No, it's just
It's
Legos.
just Lego.
It's just Legos.
Just
Just forget
Lego.
I said anything. I'm gonna stop.
just regular Lego.
Okay.
Well, you wanted to make it very clear that you built the like sets as they are supposed to be built.
Right. Yeah, I went through all the instructions and made all the sets.
Oh my god.
I thought you said that. Were you not paying attention?
Freddie Fro says the big question: how loud and annoying would my sister and I have been fighting over this when we were kids?
Really loud and annoying, I bet.
Really loud and annoying. All right, so Mom Brain said the fun is in building, and I obviously think the fun is in building too. But I think there's at least equal amounts of fun in what you actually do with Lego Super Mario, which is what people are asking. And the main thing that
Do you want me to go get some of the pieces?
Nope, I do not. The main thing that you do is, you basically are playing Mario Maker in real life. So you are, based on the bricks that you have, building a course, and you could make it a traditional Mario course or whatever the hell you want. It doesn't matter. And you're placing enemies wherever you want. And you place the warp pipe, which is the start, and the flagpole, which is the end of a level. And when you put Mario in the warp pipe, a timer starts, and there's a 60-second timer. And then your goal is to go through the level and gain as many coins as you can and end the level before the timer runs out. Because if the timer runs out, you don't get the coins. So you do that, and then you can have competitions either online with, you know, through the app, I guess, with other people. You could do it, or more importantly, in person with other friends or family members. So you run through the course, and you're like, I got 63 coins. It'll tell you on Mario's chest, or it'll tell you in the app itself. And then you give it to the next person, and they see if they can beat that score. And some of the coins are going to be like, you know, you get the same amount of coins if you're jumping on a Goomba or a Koopa Troopa or taking out a Cheep Cheep, any of those. But when you jump on like blocks, you might get a star, you might get 1 coin, you might get a whole bunch of coins. You never know. And then there's other things you can lay throughout the course to get bonuses too. There's like treasure chests that you can open up and get bonus points for, or bonus coins for. There's one block that will let you extend the timer by, I think it's 30 seconds. It might be 15 seconds. Yeah, it comes out August 1st. Steve Weiss says, do you just slap Mario across the course, or do you have to be precise? When it comes to like just walking on the regular parts of the course, You don't have to be all that precise. And
He makes
Mario's
a little walking
the
noise.
little camera in Mario's butt can see yellow, blue, green, I guess, brown, and red. So red is lava, blue is water, green and brown and yellow are all fine. Yellow is sand. You hear like a little yellow. You hear like a little sound effect of sand when you're walking through that. You do have to be precise when you're jumping on enemies because the enemies all have like a special colored barcode on them. So you have to line Mario up, but it's not like anything crazy precise. Like you'd never have trouble lining it up. It's fine. And then Kirby says the camera in Mario's butt sees brown. I got it. Yep, you got it. So then when you're playing with people,
I've had the same problem for the last month of quarantine.
When you're playing with people, you have to decide the rules as well. So you want to say like, okay, you run through the course. You can take any branch through the course you want. And you can jump on enemies as many times as you want. You just have to get everything done in 60 seconds. That's not the way I would do it. I would say, you run through the course. When you see an enemy, you do what you would normally do in a Mario game. So if there's a Goomba, you jump on him once and you get the coins and you move on. Consider that Goomba dead. Or like a Koopa Troopa, you jump on him twice and then you consider that one dead and you can't get coins from that one anymore because I think it's kind of cheap to keep hitting them over and over again.
I agree.
But you make up your own rules. And then you see who has the most coins and they win. There's no like tracker that there's nothing in the app that's like how many players, 8 players or anything like that. You have to do that on your own. But you see everybody's score at the end and that's how you play. And you make whatever the hell course you want using the Lego that come with this or the Lego that you have already. It doesn't matter. You build whatever course you want.
You could add your own.
The only thing you have to do is make sure it is possible for Mario to run through the course in 60 seconds. Now, obviously, there's going to be little kids who start the game and are like, Mario can jump super high. And he like jumps from the beginning to the end.
Although there is a cloud.
And then you're like, I'm not friends with you anymore. Yeah, there is a cloud you can ride.
I'm not having you over again. If you're not going to play by my rules, I'm not having, you can't come to my house again.
Oh, I'm friends with Mario and he said he could do it.
Well, my mom says that you're a cheater and you're not allowed over anymore.
My mom says your mom and dad don't love each other.
Your mom's right.
So you have to make up the rules, but yeah, it's fun. It's honestly fun. It's exactly like Super Mario, or it's exactly like Mario Maker for me. When Mario Maker first came out, I was like, I'm not really interested in building my own courses. I want to play what people made. And now that I've done this, it's the same thing with Super Lego Mario. I didn't think I was going to be all that into making courses, but I really am. I like that. And it's exciting to see what people can do as you go through. And that leads me to the story that I've saved. Oh, somebody asked how many sets we got. 4? There's
We
the
got
mushroom
the starter
ones.
set plus the mushroom, the piranha plant, the bullet bill. And I feel like there was one more.
No, there was like
Is it bullet bill or
No,
is there
it's-
another name for it?
Yeah, it's Boomer Bill.
Boomer bill.
We had the blind bag, which gave us the Paragoomba. But anyway, yeah, exactly, Colma. 1 minute to get from the basement to the attic. All right, the story, which I have not told anywhere, and I've been waiting to tell it. And Mom Brain will vouch that I was legitimately angry about this, and I still am.
For days, I had to hear about this.
So, this part of this thing was you had to. Well, it was let me say this. It was the craziest embargo I've ever signed in my entire life. I've never seen an embargo so long or with so many details. I felt like there were people watching me all the time, like to make sure that I wasn't moving these Lego out of the one room that I had them in. But part of the embargo said that they are going to have a competition, a virtual competition, and you were going to go on a conferencing app. And there were going to be other people, members of the press, who had this Lego Super Mario. And you were going to compete against one another. And you had to compete in a course of your own making. And you had to see how many coins you can get and finish in your 60 seconds. And they were going to take the top score and you could potentially win something. Now, number 1, I hate phone calls. Number 2, I hate video calls more than phone calls. Number 3, I hate being put on the spot. That's all that went into this thing. So ever since I got the kit, I was like dreading this. I'm like, oh God, no.
Wait, hold on. I have a question.
It's on Netflix, Nikki Hill. The Floor is Lava is on Amazon Prime. Floor is Lava's on Netflix.
If you were tasked to make your own course, then it's not like a fair competition anyway. Like, you all should have made the exact same course, right?
Well, you were supposed to build a course that you think would optimize the amount of coins that you could get.
Oh, okay.
So I was very nervous about it, and I was thinking about the course I was going to make, and I was like, I'm going to go with a traditional Mario style course so it looks more like Mario, but I'm going to have branching paths and opportunities to get more coins, and I'll put in the extra block to get more seconds out of it. And I swear to God, I spent 2 days just figuring out not the course that I was going to make, but also how I was going to run through it, the optimal way of running through it. And it was like 6 a.m, and I sat down. I'm getting a call from Kirby. I can't accept that call.
Aww.
Well, he's in the chat.
Yeah, they were all asking him. He was like, should I call Ramit? And they were like, do it.
I can't accept that.
Oh, poor Kirby.
If we could do FaceTime audio, which you use the internet for, then we could have him on, but he doesn't have Wi-Fi. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry I had to ignore that, Kirby. So anyway, I was running through the course, and I was like moving Mario around, and I was seeing like how much time that I had left, and I was saying, all right, if I go this way, I get more coins over here, and then I could go over this way and hit the time block and extend it. And I had it down to where I had like 2 seconds until the timer was up and I could hit the goal. And I was like, okay, this is perfect. Now, I thought what was going to happen is you would go on this virtual meeting, and you do your introductions, and then they would watch you play the course. But that is not what happened. So let me tell you what happened. That is not true, Giant Reggie. I hopped on the call, and there were, I'll say, I guess 10 different members of the press were on this call. It was hosted by, for anybody listening from the UK, it was hosted by the host of Lego Masters in the UK. I don't remember the guy's name, but he introduced himself as the host of Lego Masters in the UK. So here we had Will Arnett as the host. I don't know who it is over there, but seemed like a very nice guy.
You okay?
I'm
You're,
great.
Like, out of breath?
No, we got a lot to do today. He was a really nice guy. I really liked talking with him. So everybody's on the conferencing app. We're all getting our courses ready. I'm super paranoid. And the guy goes, all right, everybody is going to run their course at the same time. Let's start your countdown. And I was like, oh, wait, what's going on? What's happening? I thought we were going to watch everybody, but everybody's going to run at the same time. And in my head, I was like, how are they going to see who's cheating and who's doing everything fairly? Well, I guess they're just not going to do that. So I'm running through the course, and they're switching cameras on like the live things. So you're watching some guy run through his course, and then they put the camera on me, and they're like, oh, Kevin's taking a unique path, and he's going for the extra coins with the Koopa Troopa, blah, 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 blah. And then they cut to everybody else's cameras, whatever. So I finish. I don't know. I had like 64 coins or something like that. But I noticed something while I was watching.
I don't want to be a tattletale.
I don't want to be a tattletale, but there were people who were jumping on Goombas and other enemies multiple times. I was treating the course as a Mario course. So when I jumped on a Goomba, the Goomba was dead.
You underestimate the power of the dark side.
And I was like, these MRFers are jumping on things that are dead. You can't get coins from things that are dead. And they were going on the question mark blocks. In my Mario games, I don't know about you, but you hit a question mark block and then it's empty.
Not all of them.
What do you mean? You tell me one that doesn't eventually empty.
They eventually empty, but you can hit them and you can get multiple coins out of them.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes, you can. But here's a question for you. Do you ever hit a question mark block multiple times and get 1 coins and 7 coins and 3 coins and a star and a mushroom? No, you don't, because that's not a thing.
I would like 1 coins, please.
Oh wait, that's how you get your coins. It's not just like 1 coin per hit. It's like, oh, you got 7 that time.
Well, as I explained earlier today,
yeah, that was a long time ago.
The blocks give out random amounts of coins every time. So yeah, you don't know what you're getting. So I played it like it was a regular Mario game, and everybody else played it just like, what the hell? We're going to do whatever. So I was a little
What the
annoyed.
heck?
But it was okay. I was in the top 3. It was all right. I was like, whatever. I know there's more parts to this challenge. Second part of the challenge was there's
I
a
am in the top 3, but they cheated.
there's a piranha.
Getting blocks more and Goombas are dead. They can't have no more coins.
No one cares about me.
There's a piranha plant. What do you call it? Like, I guess it's a mine cart, right?
That's what it looks like.
So it's like a long Lego set of blocks, and on each end is a piranha plant. But the mine cart can move back and forth, and it's like a teeter-totter. So the second challenge was put Mario in the mine cart, and for, again, I don't remember how many seconds, move Mario back and forth on a teeter-totter. And if you hit the piranha plants, it screws you up, and Mario gets like dizzy, and you have to wait a little bit. So you're wasting time not getting coins. So what you have to do is keep balancing him and get more coins and go back and forth. And the faster he moves, the more coins he gets. So I'm like, all right, I can do this. So you're on camera and I'm playing, and they're like, oh, whatever. Kevin's doing really good. Hello, Shillelagh. And then we all do that, and I'm still in the top 3. And at this point, there was a 7 coin difference between first and third place. 7 coins. And I was like, well, you know, I got a chance here. I got a chance. The other people cheated in the beginning, but I got a chance. We get to the last round. And what's the last round? It's the crap round in every Mario Party game, which is, here's a star for most inventive course. Here's a star for best design. You know what I won? Nothing. I came out 6th place overall, and I was in top 3 before. And I was so annoyed. I was like, you know what? If I was told it was going to be played like this, I would have done it differently. Some girl got extra points because she made a box for Mario to climb as a cat. Whoop the effing do. If I was told you were going to get stuff for creativity, I would have built a completely different course. I was building a course to run appropriately.
So it's like you played Mario Party. That's it. Like,
well, up to the end,
you came out ahead, and then they switched everything on you, and they didn't just level the playing field. They flipped the whole table over. And whatever pieces landed standing upright are the ones who won. Yeah, that's what happened. That's the Nintendo way, man.
Oh, I do need to stress.
Look in the chat.
I'd like to stress that Nintendo was not a part of this. This was all Lego. It was hosted by Lego.
Because you better believe that if Nintendo had been a part of this, Raw Meat would have Karen'd himself all the way up the chain of command.
The head Lego development member who was like the lead on this project was also
a total doo-doo face.
Was also a co-host, and he was explaining Lego Mario and all that stuff. The whole, in all seriousness, I was not upset. In all seriousness,
you could have fooled me.
I was annoyed that I didn't know all the rules, but I wasn't upset about losing. I was just like, I would have done it differently. But in all seriousness,
so you didn't know all the rules? Did they all make fun of you like you make fun of me when I miss something?
Or me?
Here's the best part.
How friendly of them.
I forgot to tell this part. Right in the beginning, the host introduces himself, and he's like, we're going to go around and introduce everybody else. And you're going to tell us a little bit about your course. So you have to run through your course with the camera just to explain it. So everybody's doing that. And it gets to this one guy. I don't remember what outlet he was from, but he goes, I don't have a course. I just built what came in the sets. He's like, I guess I misunderstood what was happening. And the co-host goes, oh, all right. Well, run us through your course then. And the guy goes, no, I didn't build a course. I just built what was instructed in the boxes. And there was like a 5 seconds of silence. And then the host goes, okay then. Well, then we'll move on. And that poor man just sat there and did nothing.
But he could have just thrown a course together really quickly, couldn't he?
Well, if you want to be unprofessional, sure, you can just fart out a course. He just lines them all up next to each other.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my he could have done that.
Probably would have gotten a star for originality or something.
You know, I've heard enough of this. In all seriousness, the event was fun. I was super nervous about doing it, but I'm actually really happy that everybody was running the course at the same time, because that takes pressure off of me. I don't have everybody watching me. I just hate doing that stuff. And I was very nervous about having Mario fall off the platform in one spot because I was trying to move fast to get coins. And it was 50-50 when I was running through the course on my own. 50-50, he would fall off, but I made it through this time. So,
hey guys, what's up? I'm Army Cowboy, and I'm here to speedrun my Lego Mario course.
Colma, I did not get a participation trophy. It says a star for being a little bitch. And here's your star, Romy Cowboy, for being a little bitch. All right. So that's my time with Lego Super Mario. I saw you guys have questions. I asked for your questions. Why do you think hiding behind a chair helps? You have a pillow behind you. Put your face in the pillow. I will be answering your questions in a new feature. So if you have any more questions, you can reach out to me with them, and I'll put together that feature this week. And that's that.
We got to get to the news.
We got to get to the news.
Dun, 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 dun.
Mom Brain? Well, hold on, Mom Brain. Let's do this. Can you handle this? I'm going to need you to hit both ads and then the news jingle. We'll go right into the news after that. So we'll be back in less than a minute.
Oh, I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't ready.
Every week with the ads, you're not prepared.
Hi, I'm Ray, and this is my friend Alex.
Hi.
And we do a show called No More Whoppers.
Some call it corn, we call it therapy.
We're adults with the virility of men.
Want to hear us read snack food copy and talk about Japanese chips? Too bad!
Join us every month or so on the Greenlit Podcast Network.
Fans of video games, history, or video game history will definitely want to listen to Retronauts. Each week, Bob Mackey and myself, that's Jeremy Parrish, dive into the stories behind the greatest games of the past and the history behind the hits of today. Check us out every Monday on the Greenlit Podcast Network.
Mom Brain, you have one more job to do there. Thank you, Mom Brain. All right. Let's get to the news because, as Nikki Hill said, there is a lot of news.
Perhaps that was the most important part.
Well, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, and I said that I imagined Nintendo wouldn't be too happy about it, and now we know that they're not. People have been selling things for Animal Crossing New Horizons, virtual items or designs or whatever. And surprise, surprise, Nintendo says this is actually against their terms of service. So if you've been selling content for Animal Crossing New Horizons and making some sweet real-life cash off of it, Nintendo says that's a no-no. So if you've been doing it on auction sites, social media sites, or wherever.
Oh, Solid Master Link. Sorry.
How about poor corned beef? She's not making real money, but I guess our friend is on a Facebook group for Animal Crossing, and I guess, turnip prices are a big thing. So her turnips were like 600 bells a piece. And so she posted in the Facebook group and she was like, I have spent my entire day. I ruined my island building up fences so people couldn't get around. And I spent my entire day like hosting people, and they got mad because I had to turn it off and go to work.
But she did make 5 million bells in tips.
Yeah.
So yes, Nintendo says selling in-game items and islanders for real-life money is against the terms of service. Furthermore, Nintendo has said they'll consider going after each person or company doing this on a case-by-case basis. Ooh. What will happen? I can't imagine you get anything more than a cease or desist. They're not gonna cease and desist. They're not gonna.
You could cease or desist
if you continued to do it after that. Then I would imagine you'd get in more trouble. And also, I really don't know how many people Nintendo's going to go after with this. I would imagine they got the message out there just to begin with, and hopefully most people will stop. And then if there's troublemakers after that, they'll continue and pursue some sort of action against them. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. I wouldn't worry about it at all if you did it, to tell you the truth. As long as you stop now, you'll be fine. Steister says, top-rated comment. Any other game company would have locked in-game items behind a paywall and filled the game with microtransactions. The fact that fans are buying items from others with real-life money shows that Nintendo would have made a fortune if they had. I'm glad they did what is best for the fans' experience rather than try and make the most money they could. Yeah, they certainly could have microtransactioned it out the ass, but they didn't. And also, it's hard. Like, I see fans being upset about Nintendo stopping this, but I also seeing Nintendo not wanting unsuspecting customers buying something online that ends up ruining their game or causing issues. You know, a lot of people are like, Nintendo just doesn't get it. There's more to consider with this stuff than just like fun and ruining people's fun. There's other. Does Nintendo take it too far sometimes? Yeah, pretty often they take it too far. But I think fans expect maybe we need more of a middle ground here. Nintendo could certainly cool it with some things, and fans could be more understanding with some things. And in this instance, I get it. It is disappointing, but I get it. Square Enix has grabbed a new trademark for The World Ends With You. So it certainly seems like something is going on with this, because not that long ago we found out that the Anime Expo Lite, which kicks off July 3rd, a virtual event, is going to have something to do with The World Ends With You, because their promo art for this event has The World Ends With You in it, and now Square Enix has grabbed a new trademark. Now, is it going to be a new game? I don't know, because it's that Anime Expo Lite. Maybe there's going to be some sort of anime that happens with this. Something is happening with The World Ends With You. We just don't know what. So I wouldn't get my hopes up for a new game yet, but clearly the brand is important to Square Enix, and they're going to work on something. So we'll find out at Anime Expo without a doubt. They're not going to have official promo art for The World Ends With You at Anime Expo Lite without not having some sort of announcement there, whatever it may be. So July 3rd, we'll find out.
I have a question.
Yes, Nikki Hill in the back.
When is this Anime Expo? I'm kidding. It's July 3rd. How long do trademarks last?
I don't know. I think
because companies have to renew them, or else they lose the ownership.
Yeah,
so,
I'm not sure. I think it's related to what the trademark is for, too, like how it's applied. Obviously, like a trademark can be applied to hundreds of different things. So, I think that
obviously
factors
this has a
into it.
connection. If you said like it's already part of the advertising or like part of the branding or whatever of the event, but. Yeah, I just didn't know.
And to be clear, like Anime Expo Lite did not just use this artwork on their own. They couldn't do that. This has been approved by Square Enix, so they're working with them on something. Like I said, just don't know what. Way Forward has said that they've considered taking Shantae into 3D and VR.
3DD mega doo-doo.
Way Forward's Matt Bozon, who we talked to a couple weeks ago, was talking about other things that they've considered doing with Shantae games. He says, we've talked for years about taking Shantae into a 3D polygonal world, but that's never happened. I can't say if this generation will be the one, but it's something we'll probably consider again when the time is right. I'd also love to play around with some kind of Shantae adventure in VR. Or something musical in nature. We'll have to wait and see. Anything can happen. I believe there's already some Shantae VR out there. If I'm not mistaken.
Awesome.
Don't go looking for it.
It'd be awesome if they do a VR game where it's first person and you have to do the dances.
I asked them about that in my interview. Not first person VR dancing, but I said, first off, Nikki Hill, did you read? I don't want to.
No, I didn't read any articles that you wrote because I would never remember them anyway. Is it a Just Dance game? It's like a Just Dance, and you're dancing as Shantae. I
asked them why they moved away from the dancing mechanics that were in the original
Too many boners.
Shantae game, and I had a really surprising answer that I never considered. They moved away from it because they said so many people complained about having to keep the rhythm. Like there's people who can't play rhythm games because they can't keep a beat. They can't do it. Like they don't have rhythm. So
yeah, but that doesn't stop them from playing Guitar Hero and
who are you talking about? There's what the hell are you saying? Stop them. So you're talking about Shantae players that also play Guitar Hero?
Bunch of Shantae players.
It doesn't stop anybody. There's a ton of gamers who play Guitar Hero and Donkey Kong Donkey Konga, and they can't hold a beat or a tempo or anything.
So you're
But they
saying
still have fun doing it.
well, we're talking about here players that legitimately couldn't do it and it stopped their progress in the game.
Well, they need to make it a little bit more accessible to people. John.
That's what they did.
No, but like, a little forgiving with the dance moves. You can still have a good time.
Yes, I agree. I think you could, you could argue that dancing to the beat is important, but yes, I'm sure they could finesse the system in some way to be a little bit. You know what? It could just be an option. It could be an option in the options menu. They could say dance to the beat or just dance, and you turn it on or off, and that's that. That's what they could do.
If Link could play the ocarina and not even sound like the song that he's supposed to be playing, and it still works, her dances could work.
You're right. Colma says they're talking about the dancing in the chat, and Colma says, like, okay, I want to be the monkey. I need to wait through 3 dances to switch to it. It's just not quick or instant. Yes, that is also another element to consider. I understand that. But I really missed that mechanic. I really liked that aspect of the game. And I wish they could.
Where are you headed? Like, where's the fire, pal?
I wish they would bring it back.
In the dancing.
And there's certainly plenty of options to do to allow for people who want a speedier process or don't have rhythm and can't handle the dancing on the beat, or just including the regular beat. Like Super Shano says, Super Shano played Cadence of Hyrule with the rhythm off because you can do that. What are you doing? If the cat comes in here, you're going to have to close the door. You can leave it open for now.
That's what drops in my eye. They're killing me.
Why? Because it's hot?
What? No, I think just allergies, but
I have special eyes.
I do have special eyes.
Ridley Soria says, well, here it comes. If a game can have a hug button, Shantae can have a dance button just for fun. There you go. That's true, too.
Here it comes. What does that mean?
The cat is coming into the room.
Oh, I thought you were talking about really serious.
You can try putting him out a couple more times, Mom Brain. Man, that door open feels great. The Utility Man says, hopefully these 3 directions are not the way forward. So they talk about VR, they talk about 3D, and they talk about going with something more musical in nature. I mean, I think musical in nature would be the best direction, honestly. I think you could do a lot more with music in the Shantae game. It doesn't necessarily mean musical style gameplay, but tying music to it as a theme would make a lot of sense, I think. And as Nikki Hill was saying, Legend of Zelda series has ties to music, and you don't have to be on the beat or anything like that.
I have a question about Lego Mario.
Yes, Nikki Hill.
When you make Mario run around, do you kind of give him a waddle because he's got such tiny little legs?
Yes.
I make him do little short hops.
Like forward hops? Because
Yeah.
I do,
Like a side-to-side shuffle. Like,
You could do that. You could do that too. Yeah, I do little hops though. So.
Okay. Well.
Nintendo surprise released a game this week. Well, I should say surprise announced and released a game this week. They surprised revealed Jump Rope Challenge, which is available on the Switch eShop for free. Jump Rope Challenge is a game that a small group of Nintendo developers made during quarantine. So they made it from home. And it's all about staying active while you're indoors. So you can grab some Joy-Con and pretend jump rope as a little bunny in this game. And in 3 days, people managed to jump over 200 million times.
Whoa.
So it's free. It's a little tiny game.
And knock over
I
their
wanna meet
mother's
the
china
person
cabinet.
Who jumps 200 million times.
What?
I want to meet the person who jumps 200 million times.
Who's done that?
You just said it.
No, I said people.
Yeah, so more than one person.
People's combined jump total is at 200 million. Better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you need to be more clear about that.
And thanks to Colma, because right when this game came out, he had footage almost instantly. So we shared the gameplay footage with you guys. And Colma's the first comment and says, Jump Rope Bunny for Smash. Yeah, Jump Rope Bunny is pretty cute. And to be truthful and 100% honest, Mom Brain, I am shocked that you haven't tried this game yet.
You're right. I do love jump rope.
And you love bunnies.
And I do like bunnies.
What more? And it's free. You love free things. And you got a Switch.
I'm very busy playing Animal Crossing.
8 new expansion sets were announced for Lego Super Mario this week, and they will all be out, I guess. It says the adventure begins August 8th. I don't know if these sets are all coming out that day. but this is in addition to the ones that we already knew. So as we said, there's the Piranha Plant Power Slide expansion set and the Bowser's Castle Boss Battle expansion set. They were already announced. New ones include the Guarded Fortress, Mario's House, and Yoshi expansion. Oh my god.
Mario's House.
Toad's Treasure Hunt, the Desert Pokey, Womp's Lava Trouble, and the Boomer Bill Barrage.
Ooh.
So I guess, man, that wasn't even announced, and I didn't even know it.
Wow.
We have Boomer Bill Barrage. You want to go grab the Boomer Bill thing?
Yeah.
Because the cat's coming in anyway. Also announced are 10 collectible enemy characters that are available in blind bags as character packs. This includes Paragoomba, Fuzzy, Spiny, Fuzzy Beetle, Bullet Bill, Babam, Eep Cheep, Blooper, Urchin, or Peepaw. So there you go. There's a whole bunch of expansions and more coming out. If you want to buy everything that is coming for Lego Super Mario, you're going to have to spend almost $600. There you go. Great job. You're doing great. Amazing, Mom Brain. Can we have some sound effects? Oh, very good. Very good. Diglis has a Diglis has a request for you, Mom Brain.
Yeah.
In the comments, not you can come sit down. He needs soundboard action. Diglis says, I want to hear an amazing from Woody on the podcast.
Amazing.
There you go.
There.
This guy, I swear to God, what is so exciting about being in here, man? It's hot.
He loves you.
Go away.
You're the best friend.
Oh God, I don't know about that. All right, just take him out and close the door. We got to do it. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep interrupting the show.
I'll take care of
The
it.
show is very important. Lego also talked about the Lego Super Mario app, and it doesn't teach you to build courses because Nintendo Lego just didn't think that was right. They said
they
app.
tell you how to put the original course, like the set course, together.
Yeah, I mean but that's the instructions for building that set. Like it's
Well,
not,
then they'll go and show you how to. Yeah. You put together each little piece, and then you put together the set.
like I'm talking to Nikki Hill. The app does not teach you how to build courses. Like it does. You make your own courses.
Right, but
Go ahead.
they do give you the original intended, or like the original prototype for the set. They give you one.
Yeah, it's part of that set.
Right. So it's not like I don't want people to.
Fresh. Just answer her question. And
Oh my God.
I don't want
Daily
people to think
attitude.
you're left hanging. Like it does give you one. Like you could build the course this way, and then you can do whatever you want with it. It's not like they give you like
But
25
again,
different
I
courses.
need to stress that is not like that's. I don't even know how else to say it. That is the course in the box.
Right.
It doesn't teach you how to build other courses outside of that.
Right.
You do your own.
Right.
The app used to teach you how to do other courses, but Lego and Nintendo said this was not the way to go. And they didn't like it because Lego's Jonathan Benning says this totally overtook the joy of just building from your imagination because you're basically just completing a task that we gave you. So yeah, they were saying it took the fun out of it. Lego's fun, a big part of Lego's fun is building and using your imagination to come up with whatever you want, not somebody sitting down and telling you how to do everything. Yes, you can have certain sets that give you instructions to build their pieces, like Lego Death Star, or I'm sure there's some Harry Potter crap or something like that. But yeah, with this, they don't give you course designs because they want you to build your own. They also talked about why Mario can't die in Lego Super Mario. So you can get hit by enemies and you'll just get knocked dizzy for a bit. And obviously that wastes your time, but you don't lose coins and you can't die. Why is that? Mr. Benning says, we simply couldn't translate. One of the decisions also made is that Mario doesn't die or get hurt a lot. This is mainly because of Tezuka-san saying, we want Mario to be happy because if Mario is happy, kids are happy, which turned out to be very true. Yeah, they didn't want a kid running through the course and, he jumps I guess he falls in lava and
How does he
loses
fall
his
in
life.
lava? You're holding him. Are you throwing him across the table?
Well, if you're jumping from brick to brick and you have enemies or stones set up on lava and you misjudge where you're
It's
placing
harder
him,
than it looks.
he can touch the lava.
Unbelievable.
I don't know.
Take him out,
man.
close the door. All right, we can't keep doing this.
I just I don't know.
Sokar says, well, duh, Legos are for you to imagine and be creative. Same for the Super Mario Maker series. Nikki Hill, I know you're having trouble with this. Let's talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. And like, you're just gonna get frustrated because nobody's paying attention. So what's next?
No, I want it. Lego Super Mario doesn't come out for a while. I want to. We had the opportunity.
Yeah, that's
to
the other thing that gets me. It used to have instructions to build courses, but it doesn't anymore, and it's not even out yet. So how did it used to have anything?
Well, here's how things work. It was in development for 5 years, and everything that they developed doesn't make the cut. You, as a movie and TV person, I would think know that when something is being edited, that means things don't get included.
What do you mean? You, as a TV and movie person.
Well, if everything you filmed made it into a TV show, it'd be like 8 hours long.
And no one would watch it.
But yeah, when you're playing Lego Super Mario, even when you think you're, it's like when you're playing a regular Mario game, you can accidentally jump in water. You can accidentally jump in lava. It happens.
I just have a hard time believing that I'm gonna willfully just put my Mario in lava.
Well, like, for example, one of the things...
You know what this reminds me of? There's a show on Netflix called Floor is Lava. It's a competition show.
One of the things is a rotating
But it
platform.
also reminds me of a comedy special called The Floor is Lava. That's on Amazon Prime.
One of the things is
a sound
rotating platform that you put Mario on. And as I was saying, if you...
How does it rotate?
You move
Did
it
you
with
talk
your...
about this?
You move it... Well, you move the side that Mario's not standing on. So if you move it too fast, Mario can fall off, and he could fall into lava.
Okay, what about the Boomer Bill thing? Is that does that spin around? You move that in circles too?
Yes.
And what do you do with Mario while that's happening?
Well, there's a couple of gears that you can hook those up to, so that you're like spinning something else, which spins.
Yeah, like when you the Boomer Bill thing is connected to another gear that connects to the platforms Mario is on. So when you move Mario, the bills will move on their own. And if you have, depending on where you have the arms sitting, you could go to move Mario and a bill will shoot him in the back and knock him off the platform.
So you can have it set up to fail every single time, or you can take a little bit more care in creating it and have them just miss every single time.
Well, I mean, with the bills, yes, but with things like the moving platforms, it's all about how quickly you do it and how you place Mario on it when he's on there. You could go very slowly and you'd probably be okay, or even if you think you're being okay, Mario can still slide off of it. There's multiple platforms that you move by hand, but you don't get to hold on to Mario while you're doing it, so he can fall off.
I mean, I'd still put a hand on him just in case, you know?
Well, that
like
would
when you're helping an old person across the street, you're going to keep a hand on him. You're not just going to like push him across the street and go, you got it.
Well, that would be your decision on how to play. There's no right or wrong way. Yoshiller made this a top story. He wants you to know that My Nintendo Europe is selling Hanafuda cards, but it doesn't really matter now because they're all sold out. So if you wanted them, hopefully you got one, but because they're gone now.
Hey, the 8-bit Lego. It's a perfect name for the content that we're talking about. Also, I probably would have cheated. No, I wouldn't. I'm a fair person. I wouldn't cheat during that competition. But I would take care in creating a course that would not cause me to pass away mid-course.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You got the
Mario passed.
You got the 60-second time limit. The pressure's on. You gotta make it to the end so those coins count.
Whoa.
Exactly. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory was announced for the Switch. It is a spin-off Kingdom Hearts game, and it's a rhythm game. You know, you fight enemies, you move along. Basically, it's like a note track, and it's to songs from Kingdom Hearts and Disney game or Disney movies and all that stuff. So not a mainline Kingdom Hearts game, but it is a Kingdom Hearts game. Conan Giga says, that reminds me that I still have to play Kingdom Hearts 3. I have not played Kingdom Hearts 3 either. I don't know that I'm going to. Here's somebody we need some sound effects for on a soundboard. Randomly announced Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary Edition is coming to the Switch on June 23rd. Yeah,
Buy my book.
the classic
Buy
Duke
my
Nukem
book.
3D from Gearbox Publishing is coming out June 23rd, 2020. This is the 1996 classic Duke Nukem 3D in its full glory. So everything is in there. You can, from now until July 7th, you can get it for 50% off too, which is pretty crazy. It'll normally cost $10, so you'll get it for $5. And they really went all out on it because it uses HD Rumble, and it also uses
For $5.
motion controls. It actually has motion controls. There's an all-new episode 5, complete an all-new episode containing 8 original levels created by the original designers of Duke Nukem 3D. New music and one-liners, in-game developer commentary. So all this for $5. If you. I almost had it.
You almost had it.
Yeah, you did.
All that for $5 if you get it on the special deal, but still all that for $10 is a hell of a deal. Miss Unfortunate says, "Oh, only $10? That's actually not bad considering it's 20 on other platforms. And like I said, HD Rumble and motion controls. It's a really good deal." Mom Brain,
Yes, dear.
have you heard about the hot new spot in Animal Crossing?
No.
Well, you can visit a KFC location inside Animal Crossing.
What?
It's KFC Philippines. They have opened an in-game KFC, complete with the booths and the fryers and all that stuff. And also, here's the best part. If you go to this island and you meet up with the Colonel, who is there, you get a voucher. What is this voucher? It gets you a discount on real-life meals at KFC. So you go to a virtual KFC in Animal Crossing, you meet the Colonel, you get a code, and you take that code into regular KFC, and you get a deal on a bucket.
But do you have to go to a regular KFC in the Philippines?
Where the hell else are you going to go?
Like here. Like I want to go to our KFC.
No, I this is for KFC
I don't
Philippines.
think I've ever gone to KFC. Like me like I've taken people there.
What do you mean, inside?
I've never, to my knowledge, been inside just a strict KFC, although I have been inside
KFC Pizza Hut?
KFC, Pizza Hut,
Taco
KFC,
Bell.
Taco Bell. Right. But I had a kid, well, he wasn't a kid, he was a young man who I was taking out on outings.
Thank you for that gift, Roth.
A young gentleman with autism, and he loved KFC, so I would take him through the drive-thru before we would go wherever we were going. And they had really good, I think it was KFC or maybe it was Boston Market. They had really good like potato wedges.
That's KFC.
They were delicious.
The chat is very down on KFC. Doesn't seem like they're fans.
KFCs were all over when I was in Europe this summer.
Anastasia says, I tried KFC's vegan burger the other month, and it was crap.
Well, try Burger King's Impossible Whopper because it's great.
Autumnal Blake gives KFC a 0 out of 2. I think he watched that Railway Empire review. Hello, Ice Grove. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. We know brands are tying up with Animal Crossing left and right. That's not anything new. But to go there virtually and then get a discount in real life, I like that little touch. Giant Reggie says...
I'm a little surprised there's no... is there an Arby's in there yet? Because Arby's is like very big into gaming too, right?
I'm not... I think they did something. I don't remember for sure. Giant Reggie says, some of the villagers are chickens. I don't know if that's true or not. They might want to get out of there. Well, I mentioned this already, but I'll say it again. If you're buying everything that's been announced for Lego Super Mario, it's going to cost you just shy of $600, which is a lot. And apparently there are two types of people. One type of person is like, oh my God, $600 is a lot. And the other type of person looks like somebody isn't familiar with Lego because apparently Lego is quite expensive. So, you take it either way. The starter kit with Mario and the course that Mom Brain was talking about is $70, but the other ones are cheaper than that. Sean Snokta says, now do Star Wars and see a few zeros added to that total. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, Lego fans are like, yeah, so $600, what's the big deal? Because you remember I was looking at, what was I looking at?
Remember we put together that Yoda?
Was I looking at the Death Star?
Yeah, I think you were.
And it was like, oh no, I was looking at the Millennium Falcon. And I was like, oh my God, it was like, what, $1,200 or something? I was like, oh,
Yeah.
forget it. Forget it. Nintendo sends a cease and desist to a company that installs Switch mod chips. So Nintendo's always going after anything that they see as facilitating piracy on their platforms. This is nothing new. But in recent months, they've expanded their reach. And now they've gone after a Connecticut-based Logistics Consulting, LLC. They sent them a cease and desist because the company was selling a Switch SX Core SX Lite mod chip service. So the company was not actually selling the mod chip, but they would put the mod chip into your system for you. And the cease and desist that Nintendo sent says that mod chip installation services violate the anti-circumvention and anti-trafficking clauses of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. They also say that Logistics Consulting offered links on their site showing customers where they could buy the mod chips, and that the company is, according to Nintendo, quote, well aware of the unlawful nature, end quote, of their operation. The guy who runs this thing, Ben Van Reen, says the lawyer wouldn't get into what law I broke. She kept referring back to the letter. I said, I read the letter. I see your point, but how is this breaking the law? They said, you're circumventing the copyright. And I'm like, all I'm doing is putting solder on. How is that breaking copyright? My argument for this device's existence is that it lets you export your saved games, whereas the regular Nintendo Switch does not. You have to subscribe to Nintendo's service for cloud saves or you're done. Being able to obtain your personal data off the device, I think it's an exception that's nullified in the DMCA. I'm not a lawyer. I'm just following logic-based arguments. It's not like the thing comes with all the games on it. You have to load the games on an SD card. It's not like I'm selling them a preloaded SD card with all the Nintendo Switch games on it. That's over the line. This just has the capability to play pirated games. You could buy a knife. It has the capability to kill someone. Or you could just use it to chop up onions.
What were you talking about the other day in the kitchen that I told you was holding a knife and told you I would stab you?
I don't remember. I mean, I think this guy is, just playing a little fast and loose with the rules here. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's getting into. Jumpman FR has a top-rated comment that says, he makes a point about the impossibility to export your saved game. Oh, that's in response to somebody else. Sykes Primero says, cringe defense on his part. There's a conversation to be had about the fairness of backing up your games and their data, and maybe how Nintendo shouldn't make you pay for cloud saves. There's certainly an argument to be had there. But does that allow you to have the right to solder in a chip that also allows for piracy while giving you the protection for data too? If there was just something that you could mod into your system that was for storage of saved data and backing up games and didn't allow piracy, then I would be 100% for that. This stuff that's out there now, I think at best has a lot of gray area to it. The consumer should certainly be able to protect their data. I don't think they should have to pay for it. But I don't think, implementing something like that should also pave the way for piracy. But, it's hard to talk about because there's so many different ways to look at it, and nobody has the right answer because there is no right answer. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. So it's a conversation that will forever need to be had. What? What am I, Solomester Link, what am I not safe about?
He's perfectly safe, don't worry.
Oh, with Mom Brain.
Everything's fine.
Nintendo stock. Well, we're going to talk about that later because there was another one. Can I get a drum roll, please? Ring Fit Adventure has sold 1 million units in Japan alone. That's right, Dad. Ring Fit Adventure has been a major hit there. And the thing that's crazy is this game has had major stock supply issues. But even with all that, Nintendo has still managed to get some shipments out there. And now in Japan alone, Ring Fit Adventure has sold 1 million units. It is the first game in Japan to hit 1 million units sold. Let me try this again. It's the first new IP in Japan to hit 1 million units sold since Splatoon back in 2015. Pretty crazy, right? Some people are like, what about Astral Chain? Astral Chain has sold over 1 million units, but that was worldwide combined. Ring Fit Adventure, we're just talking about Japan alone. Tanuki Tony says, when Ring Fit launched, I thought I'd get it on sale at some point, like I eventually did with Wii Fit. With these good sales, I might be waiting a long time. I'd really like to get one now to help me exercise during this quarantine. Yeah, it's extremely hard to find. That is hard to find, and the Switch is hard to find in general. Our one friend has been trying to find a Switch, and I can't find one anywhere, through traditional means, not through resellers or anything like that. I've been keeping an eye everywhere I can and watching stock trackers, and it's just impossible. And anything that comes up and says that there's limited stock or one in stock or something, you call them up and they're like, no, we just sold it, or no, that's wrong, we don't have any. Or it's bad.
They're holding on to it.
It's been like we've been searching in a 50-mile radius too, and we can't find anything.
Have you tried a 53-mile?
Oh no, I didn't. I gotta do that.
Extend that reach just a tiny bit.
So Nintendo Pokemon Company had a special presentation this week. They're having another one next week. And it was 11 minutes long, and we didn't know what they were going to talk about. They revealed some new things like Pokemon Smile, which is a free app on phones that helps your children brush their teeth while also playing a fun little Pokemon game. And some Pokemon Cafe game. I forget what it's called. I know Pokemon's in there, and I know Cafe's in there. But it's like a puzzler game it'll be on mobile and on Switch. It's not out yet. But the big reveal, that was a big surprise, and this is something people have been asking for so long. Pokemon Snap is coming back. Pokemon Company is working on a game called New Pokemon Snap for the Switch. This is a sequel to the original Pokemon Snap, which came out on the N64, and brings back fond memories of Blockbuster for a lot of people, because they had that unit in Blockbuster stores where you could take your Pokemon Snap cartridge and plug it in to print out some little stickers of your pictures that you took in the game.
Aww.
So
I'm
people
just
are
glad
like,
that they're continuing that very creative trend of just throwing new in front of whatever they put out.
well, keep in mind, this new was chosen by Pokemon Company and not Nintendo. So Pokemon Company was like, we like what you're doing, Nintendo. So now people are like,
like, hey, Nintendo, what should we name this one? They're like, just name it new.
People are saying, is Blockbuster going to come back now? Where are we going to print out our pictures? There is still one Blockbuster
New
out
Blockbuster.
there. New Blockbuster is yes. So it looks pretty much exactly the same as the other Pokemon Snap, which is perfectly fine because we only ever had one, and people just want a straightforward sequel. And for all we know, there could be some new twists or mechanics in there that we haven't seen yet. This was just a reveal trailer. But yes, it's coming. It's coming back. The original came out in 1999. So people are.
1999 was a great year.
Now, I didn't play Pokemon Snap until it was on the Virtual Console, so I don't have memories, nostalgic memories for it, but I was extremely happy when I saw that they announced Pokemon Snap because I know how much that game means to a lot of people. And I was just, it was one of the few times where I saw something that I have no actual connection to, where I was still really excited about it because I knew people had wanted this so bad. So it's coming. The Destructo94 with the top comment says, I don't care what else Nintendo has planned for this year. The game I've waited 20 years for has a sequel. It's finally here. Thank you, Nintendo, Pokemon Company, Bandai Namco, and Game Freak. I couldn't be happier. My reaction was almost as big as when Donkey Kong Country Returns, Prime 4, and King K. Rool and Smash were announced. So happy. I think that comment right there goes to show you just how important this game is to a lot of people.
Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low.
Can't take good pictures like that.
Everybody in the Discord is talking about taking artistic nudes or tasteful nudes of the Pokemon.
As I said, Pokemon Company has another announcement coming up, or another stream, and that's going to take place on June 24th. So we'll see what they got in store then.
That's a different game. It's called Pokemon Poke.
Hey,
new Pokemon Poke.
New Pokemon Poke. Nintendo stock has hit its highest point since 2008. Nikki Hill's got that stock, right?
Hey, man, let's not talk about my finances publicly like this. Come on.
Earlier in the week, Nintendo stock hit a 2-year high, but then it kept climbing as investors were hoping it would. and now it's hit its biggest point in over a decade.
Money.
Yeah.
As of what was it? June 18th, Nintendo stock hit 50,180 yen per share, which is the highest since 2008, obviously back in the Wii days. Analysts say this is twofold. Analysts say this is twofold. First off, they said Pokemon Company's announcements helped push Nintendo higher, and they also say that people's fear of a second wave of the pandemic has pushed it higher as well, because now they're looking to get more Switch stuff again. So
to be prepared.
There you go. Be prepared.
Should get one for my parents. My mom, like a month ago, was like, how are we going to prepare for the second wave? I was like, you live in Florida. There is no preparing for anything. Your life isn't going to change.
Yeah, your parents didn't do anything anyways.
They did. No, they did.
Same old, same old. You can tell her she can be upset about not seeing the flowers at Disney. Well, I guess Disney's open, so she can go. So.
Your parents have those properties. They can, like, if one house gets contaminated, they just go to a clean house.
Yeah, if one house falls, just go squat in another. Sean Snockta says, Nintendo, the most doomed company since 2008. Always, my friend. They're always doomed. North America. What do we got here? We got a Nikki Hill. Well, hold on. We got Jump Rope Challenge. We got a Nikki Hill favorite, Burnout Paradise Remastered. Have you ever played Burnout Paradise, Nikki Hill?
Yeah, that's the one where it's like a map. We didn't really like it as much as Burnout Revenge.
We did not.
It's not terrible.
We are in the minority on that. June 24th, Ninjala finally comes out. Remember, Ninjala is free to play, so look forward to that. I am. What else? We got Airy, Little Bird Adventure. Ant Venter. The Blood and Guts bundle.
Ooh.
Colt Canyon. Conjure Andy's Repeatable Dungeon. Cosmic Defenders. Darius Cosmic Collection Arcade and Darius Cosmic Collection Console. Destrobots. Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary. World Tour. Endless Fables Dark Moor.
Bless me, bagpipes.
Firefighters. Airport Heroes. Hakoniwa Explorer Plus. Him and Her. We got a surprise reveal and release of Invisible Ink, Switch Edition. Jacks Are Better, that's Video Poker. Klaus. Lost Lands, Dark Overlord. Maskey. My Butler. What'd you say?
Dark Overlord. Dark Metamorphosis of Overlord.
Namco Museum Archives Volume 1 and 2.
Dark Metamorphosis.
One Way Heroics Plus.
Overlord.
Packmaster. Paint. Pixie Boy. Nope, just Pix Boy. Poland Ball. Can into Space. Push the Crate 2. Radio Square. Railway Empire. Roulette at Ace's Casino.
Ooh.
Or Roulette, if you prefer.
What? No one says that.
Ruiner. Seeds of Resilience. Ship Sim 2020. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated comes out June 23rd. The Coma 2 Vicious Sisters and Working Zombies.
Yeah.
First comment comes from Steel Diver, and he says, can't believe I'm buying an EA game on a Switch. Hopefully this won't be the last. Well, Steel Diver. What a comment to make, my friend. He says, edit, looks like blah, blah, blah. We're not going to get into it because there's other secrets to talk about. Did he not, Nikki Hill, do you have the European one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Josh, you got something for us, my friend?
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nikki's sweet releases.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh. I'm glad you asked what the European releases are for June 18th, 2020.
Shut up. I don't care.
Don't mock Josh.
Why would you say that? Okay. Invisible Ink. Invisible Incorporated. Right? Not Ink. Dead by Daylight, Silent Hill Edition. That game includes Dead by Daylight and the Silent Hill DLC chapter. Darius Comics Collection Arcade. Darius Comics Collection Console.
Darius
Lost Lands
Walker.
Dark Overlord. Sorry, Lost Lands Dark Overlord. Colt Canyon. Summer in Mara. Jump rope challenge. Am I coming in through clear, or is it a little staticky for you?
You are coming in great.
Edna and Harvey, the breakout. I dream of you and ice cream. Across the grooves. Endless fables. Darkmoor. Darkmoor. This is a strange word to say.
Dark
Checo
Metamorphosis!
in the castle of Lucio. To Checo?
Hi, Mordana.
Uh,
Mordanin. God damn it, every time.
Namco Museum Archives, Volume 1. And that includes Galaxian, Pac-Man, Xevious, Mappy, Dig Dug, I gotta scan over here. The Tower of Druaga. Is that right? Making fun of me?
No.
Sky Kid, Dragon Buster, Dragon Spirit, The New Legend, Splatterhouse, when Pacu Graffiti, and Pac-Man Championship Edition. Namco Museum Archives number 2. I'm going to go through it. Galaga. This is Galaga. Battle City, Pac-Land, Dig Dug 2, Super Xevious, Mappy Land, Legacy of the Wizard, Rolling Thunder. Do Michael's favorite.
The Wizard!
Dragon Buster 2, Mendel Palace, and Gap Plus. Then there's new game. This is not part of the new Namco Museum Archives Volume 2. Klaus. There's The Bard's Tale, ARPG, Remastered, and Resnarkle.
Bye, Ridley Soria.
Destrobots. Have a good day, Ridley Soria. Good weekend. Hakoniwa Explorer Plus. Not to be confused with Microsoft Explorer Plus. My Butler. One Way Heroics Plus. There's a lot of pluses. Paint. It's a game called Paint. Push the Crate 2. Who knew pushing a crate would be so fun? We've got a sequel for you. Push the Crate 2. Working Zombies, also known in America as just Working Stiffs. All right. Blood and Guts Bundle Ruiner. Reminds me of Throw Mama from the Train. Danny DeVito says, "You dropped your tie in the rain. It's ruined." Runder. Poland Ball. Can into Space. I don't understand any of that title.
There's a lot to get into. I don't understand the second part. Yeah.
Can into Space. Airy, Little Bird Adventure. Seeds of Resilience. Seeds of Resilience. Behold the Kickmen.
Behold.
There's so many games. Okay, here's a word. Kukiyomi 2. Consider it more. New Era. Supersonic Blast. Nope. Super Soccer Blast. Radio Squid. Railway Empire. Talk to Name of Austin if you want to hear about that. The Coma 2. Viscous Sisters. Burnout Paradise Remastered. I found this interesting. Burnout Paradise Remastered is packed with 8 pieces of extra content. 8 pieces. It's just funny to me. 8 pieces. Arcade, Archives versus Baseball.
Hi, Tony.
And that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh.
Have you been paying attention?
I'll tell him, Blake, what do you want me to say again? What did I say? Whatever the nerd thing. Hello, Stuz. Good to see you. All right. Moving on. Here is something I was not expecting to happen, and it is important to get the whole story out there. Guinness World Records has reinstated Billy Mitchell's scores, and it was a unanimous decision. So Billy Mitchell was taking us to court and everything, and it was said that he cheated to get his scores and blah, 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 blah. Well, Guinness World Records says, in light of compelling new evidence received by Guinness World Records, the records management team has unanimously decided to reverse decisions made in April 2018 in regards to video game high scores achieved by Billy Mitchell in 1982 in 2010. As of June 10th, 2020, the following historical records for the arcade platform have been reinstated. The first perfect score for Pac-Man, the highest score on Donkey Kong, the highest score on Donkey Kong, the highest score on Donkey Kong, the highest score on Donkey Kong. So, obviously, tallies keep going higher and scores keep getting higher, but his records are back. So, whatever Guinness World Records saw, they said, well, son of a bitch, Billy was telling the truth. So, there you go. Billy Mitchell, name in the clear.
Hey,
Can you
Billy
believe
Mitchell.
it?
Not in the court of public opinion.
Oh, I won't play.
Drew says, considering Guinness World Records caters to world dictators, it says something about this decision. I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised, but it is what it is.
Dang it. Very proud of you.
We also have news of something that no, don't even think about it, Cat. Dude, we're dying in here because of heat. You gotta go.
Dying.
There were rumors for a while now of Apex Legends coming to the Switch, and son of a bitch, it was true. Apex Legends is coming to the Switch this fall. It was confirmed by EA during their EA Play event. Many people tuned in to see if that rumor was true, and it turned out to be true. Even better, the game is going to be up to date with all other versions. Even better, it seems that it's being developed in-house and not through a third party. Even better. It's going to have crossplay with all other versions. So Apex Legends in general is getting crossplay, and now we know when the Switch version comes out, it'll be included in that. So that's the PC, Xbox One, and PS4 versions. Switch will be allowed to play with those players. So, they also said it's going to have motion controls. They're going all out, man. They are. It is such a strange thing to see, to be like, hey, EA's doing a game for Switch, and it's going to have all the features of the other versions, plus it's going to have extra features. That's crazy. And remember, the
How
game.
many bits of new content?
And remember, the game is free. Well, not new. For the only thing that's new on Switch is motion controls.
Is fun,
as far as we know. So that would be 1 bit.
No, I just like how
I know
Burnout
8 bits.
says there's 8 pieces. 8 pieces of new content. Just little pieces. It's not all new content. It's just little pieces of new content.
Together, they equal 1/4 of new content. Endgamer says, well, color me surprised, but it's obvious the Switch version will be badly inferior to the other versions. Probably will be capped to 30 FPS unless EA contracted one of the good port teams that's good with Switch optimizations. It might not mean full 60 frames per second support, though. Well, yes, I'm sure we can all agree that it will probably be 30 frames per second.
Sure,
but
whatever.
Thank you, Josh. There are some people who... That was like parkour. Holy crap. There's some people who don't care about that. I would be one of those people. I don't care if it's 30 frames per second versus 60 frames per second. I understand there are people who, if they play in a competitive scene, want as many frames as they can get. That's not me. I'm just playing for fun. And you can play cross-play with all the other versions. So if you have another platform, you can play on it there too. But if you don't have another platform to play the game on, it will be nice to have Apex Legends on the Switch. I am very much looking forward to it. And that's going to be my reason to get back into the game. Quite excited that turned out to be true. But
anywhere other than on PC?
Oh boy.
What?
Do people play to compete professionally on Xbox and PS4, or is most competition reserved for PC gaming?
Well, there are competitions that are exclusive for consoles. When it comes to games that are on PC, yeah, they usually split them. But there are people who play PC games professionally and use a controller rather than a keyboard and mouse. So they're out there. But that is not all there was for EA. During the same presentation, EA said that they will be releasing 7 titles for the Switch within the next 12 months. Yeah, right. So that includes Apex Legends, Burnout Paradise Remastered, another version of FIFA, and they announced a brand new game, which looks fantastic, from the guys at Zoink, which is called Lost in Random. It's got a very Tim Burton feel to it. And you know what? It also reminded me of Alice, the game version
American
of Alice.
McGee's.
I had a real problem with that trailer.
Nikki Hill had a problem with something.
Yeah. I think it's a big deal, and I think Mom Brain might back me up on this.
Oh boy.
They refer to a special dice, but it's just a die. Right? One die is die, 2 dice, 2 die or dice.
I'm not sure. I think it could be one of those interchangeable things.
Is it?
I'll look it
I
up.
thought you would have had my back. Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't know what the...
Oh, here. Colma just said if EA is going to be releasing FIFA 19, they need to sell roster updates on the eShop as DLC. And then that was different. And he said 1 die, 2 dice. Thank you.
According
Morton
to
Man says 1 dice is... all right, fine.
Grammarly, dice was once the plural of die, but in modern standard English, dice is both the singular and the plural. Throw the dice could mean a reference to either one or more than one dice. The die is cast.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Drew says Star Wars and Madden, please. Well, it doesn't seem like Star Wars is coming. The jury's out on Madden, though. We don't know. But so that leaves 3 games this year that we don't know what they're going to be from EA. Let's, this story got a -4. That is really surprising.
I also just want to call attention to the fact that EA had promised incredible support to the Wii or the Wii U, and then they pulled all their support. So we're not at 12 months yet, so we'll see what happens.
Well, we know at least 4 of them for sure.
Okay, so we might just get 4. You don't know for sure.
Boy, oh boy. I was all...
You don't know 4. We do know 4 is sure.
I'm all about being negative about EA when they weren't supporting the platform and how they were saying they were going to, and they haven't yet. But now the company has pledged 7 games, and we know 4 of them, and people are still mad about it.
I'm just saying, in the past, if we got burned, so good on them if they follow through.
So when they release,
they'd be foolish to not follow through because the system is selling like hot cakes. But I'm just calling back past behaviors here a little bit. Not that I'm hating on them. I'm calling it how it is or how it was.
So when they put 7 games out, will you retract that statement?
No, I'll just say congratulations, you did it.
Man, oh man, they can't even.
Right now, I'm saying we'll see it when they do it. I'll see what happens when it happens.
Yeah. So when
there's nothing to retract there because if it happens, then we saw it.
So when they put out 7 games, all you're going to say is congrats.
Well done.
Well done. Smash Brothers Ultimate has a presentation on Monday, and it's going to be all about the ARMS character that will be included in the game. We're finally going to see what ARMS character will be. And Nintendo has been extremely clear. You are only going to see the ARMS character. Yes, there are other characters still coming to Smash Brothers who we don't know who they are, but they will not. No. They will not talk about them this coming Monday. It is only the ARMS characters. So do not get your hopes up for other characters. First comment comes from Nico Daruni, and they say, I think that Helix, the goop guy, would be interesting. He certainly would be interesting because maybe he could transform into everybody else, kind of. That's it. That's your top stories.
Goodbye, everybody.
Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing Animal Crossing.
Oh.
I forgot to tell everyone last week that I did achieve a 5-star island. It's very exciting. Did some, some stock market.
Designated by TripAdvisor? I think I asked that last week.
Yeah, sure it is. So I've been busy with that, making sure everything is, beautiful. Ramit helped me craft a beautiful bee for Beefaroni because that's the name of my island with flowers. So that's nice. I've been showering Roald with amazing gifts. And Ramit has been giving my islanders catchphrases every time they want a new one. So that's been fun.
Have you seen the latest ones that I did?
No, I couldn't get them to say them. But I also want to talk to you guys about something that you heard it here first. I uncovered it this past week, and I told Ramit I was going to blow the lid off this story at the podcast.
Exclusive.
So, when you turn on your Switch...
Hold on, Autumnal Blake wants to know one of the catchphrases. What's one of the ones I gave him before?
Bunghole.
Bunghole.
Bunghole is a good one that you've done.
All right, go ahead.
And hot dog. Okay, so you turn your Switch on, and you have to push A, and then you have to press any button 3 times. So I have been doing a little super sleuthing and investigating, and Nintendo is in fact lying You do not push just any button 3 times. I've discovered for the first time in the world that no one else has ever seen before.
Hey, buddy, mute that microphone.
I'm about to drop this big story on you all. You cannot, in fact, press the camera button 3 times. You can't. Okay, it takes 3 pictures. It doesn't turn your switch on. It doesn't get you anywhere. It is, in fact, any button, in my opinion. It's one of the buttons.
Anastasia says Nintendo are liars. Confirmed.
I have blown the MFing lid off of this story.
It's all crumbling down starting today.
Isn't it also like if you just hold a button for long enough, it'll open?
I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Well, we'll have to bring that one to R&D.
If that's
back
a
to the
thing,
lab.
then that's really blowing the lid off because it specifically tells you to hit the button 3 times.
I just want you all to know that you heard it here first. My investigative reporting is on point.
Chat's going
as
crazy.
usual.
The chat's going crazy.
As usual.
Autumnal Blake says it's a downfall society. Anastasia Beaverhouse and is throwing her Switch out the window.
I know their stunk has gone up, but
Namekian Clown says he just tried it, Nikki Hill, and holding does not work.
Well, I got the exclusive here, guys. So
hey, BitLego says Reggie must pay.
I told Ramit, I was like, you better get Reggie or Miyamoto or somebody on the horn here because I have uncovered something.
I heard it was Bill Trinan that did it.
Well, whoever it's been.
Boycott Granimus. Yep. Boycott Nintendo.
You know what else doesn't work, Mom Brain?
What?
The power button.
That's true.
So
Hi,
here we are.
Steister. It's okay that you're late. You're here now. Thanks, Mom Brain. Nikki Hill, what have you been playing?
Oh, what have I been playing?
More Dan and the point. I'm
played-
sorry, Nikki. Hold on. The point of the tap 3 buttons thing is to try and prevent accidental unlocks. You know, sometimes you'll have. I've had it happen with electronics before too, where you accidentally hit a button and it unlocks in your pocket or unlocks whatever. So.
Or if you accidentally call the police, Mom Brain.
Oh.
I did accidentally call the police once.
All right, sorry, Nikki Hill. Go ahead.
I've been playing a lot of, believe it or not, Clubhouse games. 51. Or is it 51 games?
I think for you it's just one. Clubhouse.
No, I've been playing
game.
a lot of Mancala.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah, so now it's 2. Or 3. I played Friday the 13th. I played and completed What Remains of Edith Finch.
Hey, congratulations.
Ooh. Yeah.
Hi, Joe. It's okay.
For people who get motion sick with games, just heads up. Edith Finch has you can turn a reticle on in the menu, and I highly suggest that because the way I was moving around in that game made me actually probably horrendously sick. I've only been that sick from playing games maybe like 3 times. It was bad. But I finished that. It's a tough one. That was a tough one. And Edith Finch, I don't think it's on Netflix. Anastasia. I'll look into that. It might be on Amazon Prime.
There might be something called Anastasia, or goddammit, called Edith Finch on one of those services, or somebody Edith or something Finch.
Yeah. The Goldfinch, I believe. Is
Atticus
on
Finch,
Amazon.
is that a thing?
It's a character.
There you go.
Okay, so I finished that. That's a pretty heavy game.
Giant Reggie says Edith Finch. I love Edith Finch. My favorite game.
Edith Finch.
And then so I went from that heavy game into playing and completing Firewatch, which is another heavy game.
You
So I completed 2 games this week.
You inspired Vitamin G to start playing Firewatch.
I know. I'm curious to know how he's enjoying it.
Yeah, he was texting me last
really
night.
Interesting game.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what he thinks of it. I imagine we're both going to talk to him tonight.
I mean, it's not as much of what I thought. You know, like Edith Finch is like you're on rails basically. Like you go from one space to the next, and it's a story, and it's like going through like a movie or something. It's super unique, super creative. Every person's story is told in a different style of kind of gameplay, or like it uses like a different storytelling mechanic. It's super interesting. Everything is like real pretty, really like just super detailed. And then Firewatch, like the art style obviously is incredibly different, but it's more of like I thought it was more of just like it's more of like a game. You have objectives.
Well,
you have to go.
between those two, a Firewatch is more leaning towards a traditional game. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's a safe option for Vitamin G to go and play that first, especially just because of that. Edith Finch is so drastically different. And also, I mean, Edith Finch is like $15 or something like that, or $14, whereas Firewatch is still on sale. It's only like $6. So incredibly worth the price for Firewatch.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
But
yeah, a lot of people complain that the game is too short, and once you play it once, you're pretty much done. So having the price at $6 makes a big difference.
Yeah, but that's the thing. So Edith Finch is kind of shorter. Like you're not traveling. Like you don't have an open space to kind of just explore however you want.
Yeah.
So like you have an objective, but you can kind of get there however you want. Like the day doesn't end until you reach your objective or like continue the story. So, but Edith Finch is just like boom, 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 straight through. But super creative.
It did sound like you said Edith Finch that time.
Edith Finch. And then I started, but I still haven't finished, The First Tree. It's been out for a while.
I know about it, but I know very little.
Yeah, I think it might be just made by one person. I think it's really interesting. But like coming out of Firewatch, where the voice acting is like super incredible and like just really well executed. I just had a little bit of a hard time kind of following along with The First Tree. Also, the thing that really kind of bothered me with The First Tree is like, there's a big space and there's like little sparkly star things to kind of, to collect. And I was exploring this big space and I went to one far side and I was zigzagging my way back because there's like little elements throughout the woods and throughout the snow and throughout everything. And I was just kind of zigzagging back and forth, and suddenly I kind of just went on to the next area, and I missed a lot. I was a little upset about that because
you do worry about that a lot with games.
Well, especially this because it's a story. Like it's just the person is narrating it. Like you don't want to just miss stuff, and so I missed it. But whatever, it's a game, right? So, so like that game, you're a fox and you're going out looking for your kits, your baby foxes. And it's not really juxtaposed, but it's like kind of.
Yes.
Thank you, Kyle Lanquin. It's it goes alongside like the storytelling of a man who has experienced a loss of sorts, and yeah, I mean, I found myself getting a little emotional in that too. Like it's three pretty emissionally. They're very emissional games.
You're having emissions while you're playing.
It's they're
Is that
pretty
what they sound
emotional
like?
games. It's pretty like I'm super happy and like glad that there's so many different ways to tell a story and like be creative in storytelling and really connect to gamers and stuff like that. I think we're really lucky for the variety that we have.
Yeah, I that's one of my favorite parts about games, how much variety there really is. There's all kinds of stuff, and done in so many different ways, and just so many different ways to experience things. I really like that.
Oh, you know what did bother me about Firewatch though? I didn't play it on other systems. There was a lot of like it's popping, right?
I don't know.
It was laggy in a lot of spots, and like I'd be walking through a field and like grass and trees were like just popping in front of me, and it got really kind of bogged down. It was like it was a bit chunky trying to just get around in a couple spots. But
I played Firewatch.
Got a new bongo.
I played Firewatch when it first came out on PS4, and there were complaints about how choppy and how many issues there were with it, which I would imagine got ironed out afterwards. I played it and it was fine. Like the problems didn't bother me. So I don't know if it's akin to what happened with PS4 or worse or better, or if it's going to be changed with an update. I have no idea. So I just vividly remember there being major complaints when it came out on PS4.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but like it was a little frustrating like a couple times. But that aside, it's still like a really, really interesting game and like really interesting way to tell a story.
Yes, sir. I agree.
So, what did you play?
Thanks, Nikki Hill. What did I play? I've been playing a little radio squid. You're a squid underneath in the water, and you go around. You can only shoot in 4 directions, and your shots and each screen.
That was a KK slider.
I'm trying to. You're locked into each screen, so you can't move on to the next screen until you complete one screen. And your shots bounce off walls, so you can end up hurting yourself with your own shots. So there's a limited amount of enemies on each screen, and you have to take them all out before you can move on to the next. It's fun. It's nothing special, but it's fun. I want to save that to talk about it because I have a lot to say. Holy moly. Is that... Oh, I didn't realize that. All right, so I played Friday the 13th again. Obviously, played that a lot. I had some really, really good games the other day too. That game's just so much fun. If you're not convinced by now, we talk about that game so much. You need to get that game. The online community is still really big. Like, you have no problems finding a game if you're going in solo. There's always a room to go into. There's always people waiting. So, if you're worried about that, don't worry about it. There's plenty to do. But last night I started Dauntless because I've been really wanting to play Dauntless a lot. And some of our friends, I was talking to them about it and saying it's free. We should give it a shot. And it seems a couple days ago or yesterday, a whole bunch of them decided to actually jump in and give it a go. So we're getting started to get in there and actually play with people. And I'm very excited because for those who don't know, Dauntless is like it's like Monster Hunter. Let's just say it's like Monster Hunter. You make armor and you make weapons and you fight big monsters. But obviously that's more fun if you get together with people and do it. And that's what I wanted to do. So I played it last night. I'm working my way through the tutorial. I played for like an hour and 15 minutes. I like the graphics. I think they're very nice and unique looking. I like the gameplay a lot. Feels fluid and fast. I like the idea of taking down big monsters with friends because I like Monster Hunter. And I have never played it, so there's plenty to do now. New content just came out, so we've got a wealth of content to explore, and I'm very excited to play that with people. I had it seems simple enough to control so far. I'm sure there's going to be some extra wrinkles in there going forward. But yeah, so far so good. I really like it. I'm excited. I think we're going to play tonight. But the thing I've been playing the most, as Mom Brain will attest to, and I said multiple times I was excited for, Namco Museum Collection Volume 1 has Pac-Man Championship Edition, the D-Make for the NES. I am playing that sucker nonstop. I am playing that all the time. I am so addicted to it. Any little chance that I get when I'm at my desk when there's something going on my computer and I can't do something else at that time, I will play Pac-Man because you can get in a full game in 3 minutes. There's 2 modes: normal, which is a 5-minute round, and extra, which is a 3-minute round. The only the difference is the boards have different layouts, but extra is also super fast right from the start, and normal starts you off slow and then gets fast. So I've been playing Pac-Man Championship Edition, and it's great. It looks great for an NES game. It sounds great for an NES game. It's the same gameplay as Championship Edition. Oh my God, it's so good. I've been working so hard to top my previous top score. My top score is 250, I don't remember, 4,000 or something like that. And I tried so hard last night and I couldn't get past it. I got a high 230,000 and I got a low 240, but I never got past the 250 again. But oh my God, it's so addictive. If you guys have never played a championship, if you guys have never played Pac-Man Championship Edition, you gotta play it. And I would say, without a doubt, Namco Museum Collection Volume 1 is worth it just for Pac-Man Championship Edition. You can play that game forever. Yeah, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I cannot get enough of that game. Every time I play it, I'm like, just one more. I'll just play one more. It's like Nicky Hill's Solitaire. It's just, it's so good. It's so good. And it's
think you know me.
It's such it's such crazy action. It just feels fun. It's just so much fun. And I had an amazing video. I saved it. I managed to save it. I performed what may be my most impressive feat in a video game. It was
incredible.
I was going top speed, flying through a maze with the ghost chasing me. And I made so many crazy turns to get away from everybody. I started laughing because I couldn't believe that I actually did it. And I saved the clip. So I have that. I'm going to tweet it out later today because it's my finest moment in video games ever. It was unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So I'm playing that and I love it. I also played Splatterhouse, the Famicom version of Splatterhouse. I don't remember what it's called. Nicky Hill said it earlier today. I like crackers and snacks. It's in the chat. It's what's his face?
Grum.
The Pilgrims. So yeah, for the first time ever, I played the Famicom version of Splatterhouse because that's included in Namco Museum Collection Volume 1. I played that start to finish. I wrote about it on Patreon. It's just, it's a platformer. You swing your little meat cleaver. Yeah, chop up weird looking guys. The first level has a vampire doing the Thriller dance. It's like a comedic, goofy take on Splatterhouse, although it still has some weird elements to it. It's fun. It's over and done. I might play it again just for fun sometime. Hello, C. Hussin. Good to see you. Or Chussin. But yeah, I like that. And then the only other thing I played this week is I had one night with The Last of Us Part 2 so far. Man. Those games, man. They make you feel things. Just the first night alone, I played for, I guess, 2.5 hours probably. Michaels and I were talking because we both got to the same point, it seems, in the story before we ended on the first night. And I was like, good Lord. What a game. The game itself is fun. It plays very much like the first one. I'm obsessed with...
Can you even remember what the first one played like? Am I right?
Oh, why? Because it was 7 years ago?
Oh my goodness, it was so long ago. Were games even around
Joe
back
says
then?
no spoilers.
No spoilers, of course. Never, Joe. I would not spoil, promise. It plays very much like the first one. You're just collecting items to make, weapons or med kits or whatever, and you're exploring environments to find might be human enemies or the clickers or whatever. And
wait, isn't this the...
It's all about...
I thought this was like Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where you just collect things to build cars and drive around.
Oh yeah, they changed up the type of game this time around. It's just a kart racer basically. But yeah, the voice acting is phenomenal, just as it was in the first one, and it really goes to show how much voice acting you can, how much of a difference voice acting can make. And how much more it can enhance the experience and immerse you in the experience. I have no problem getting immersed in the game when it's just text. I have a lot of trouble getting immersed in a game when the voice acting is terrible. But here, it's got to be the best voice acting in the game industry so far. I mean, it's just like the first one was. There are a handful of games that have voice acting that is far above and beyond what the usual is, and this is that without a doubt. Better than what you would see on average TV. It's just amazing. They do a phenomenal job. There are so many moments in this game too where I'm like, wow, this is the best looking game I've ever seen. Like
wow,
facial animations and scenery in particular parts. It's gorgeous. As far as if you're going for realism, it's the one to beat. It's very impressive. So much so that it's scary sometimes because you're like, man, this looks legitimately real. This looks like a picture of a real place. But yes, I'm very much liking it. I'm very much into the story. No spoilers. It's it's exactly what I was expecting it to be so far, and I'm only in the very beginning. So there's so much more. Yeah, Joe says the greenery is amazing, and I would agree. There's one part where you're on a horse riding through like a lush forest area, and I was like, "Holy crap! Look at this! This looks real. It really does. It looks phenomenal."
It doesn't look like party decorations, or like a tree when you get up close to it is just like, two pieces of paper like stuck into each other.
No. It looks very good. There's, it's still not perfectly real. There's still things that will stick out a little bit, like how snow falls off your feet when you walk, or how water splashes when you walk in it. It's still very well done, but something about it feels a little off. And when you're going for a game that is trying to achieve realism in its graphics, it's the little things that really make it stand out that much more, either in a positive or a negative way. So stuff like that you notice. But overall,
didn't I have a problem with water in the first one? And you gave me a hard time?
Yeah, you were talking about the
way he got in the water, and it was really weird. It didn't react properly or something.
Yes. It was,
or he didn't really get wet in the right way or something. I mean, it was stupid.
Unbelievable.
I would have to go back and listen, but yes, I remember you having a problem with water.
I'm glad they're consistent.
But yeah, audio design is another one that's fantastic. Plus, they went out of their way with accessibility features this time around, which is fantastic. That's what all games should be. There's so many features in there for different kinds of disabilities, and just, for areas that you might want to change just because it makes it more comfortable for you to play a game. As little as brightness all the way up to how audio is played, and, other things like that. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there.
How much you want to bet come Tuesday or Wednesday, once I get the game, I'm going to be texting you saying I get motion sick?
Well, I mean, that's your go-to now. So like I already told you, put something on the screen and you should be fine. Yeah. When you go for
Vaseline,
Lanquin's talking in the chat. When things try to be realistic, really little things ruin the immersion. Yeah, exactly. The lip syncing is fantastic, but there's certain times where you're like, oh, that wasn't quite right. You know what really impressed me as far as facial stuff goes? Control. I thought the faces in Control were unbelievable. I need to go back and finish that game. I'm not done with it, but I was like, holy crap, this is the next step. It was just something about how the faces in that game were handled was better than anything I've ever seen. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm greatly enjoying it. All right, let's do questions.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Yes. Send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com.
Where?
GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general, or whatever the hell you want. First question. Oh, crap. I don't remember who sent what where.
Well, way to go.
Was this your first podcast?
I usually write this out, and I didn't. Well, we'll just say this. Ridley Soria says, can you program Josh to say, why was I programmed to feel pain? That appeals to my dark sense of humor. No, we can't, because Josh, we don't handle
He's
Josh.
autonomous.
Josh is his own thing, yeah. Josh, anything that Josh says comes up with on his own. If he has something new to say,
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
he does it on his own. We can't control Josh. Gecko Kitsune. Oh, if you want to join the Patreon, which is just $1
for $1.
Oh, spot on that time. You can join up over there and leave a question. Question from Gecko Kitsune says, stick with me. This is a long one. I know there are likely many occurrences like this in one's life, but what is one reveal or event in gaming history that totally blew you away? Something you thought would never happen or never considered, but it did. something that completely caught you by surprise. For me, it was Sonic's inclusion in Smash Brothers. Back then, the Smash Brothers Dojo posted daily updates while the game was being made, and various internet communities would speculate what the next update would be, even if it was something silly like part of a stage we knew about, or an item that we knew was given to return, or a brand new character to play, as which the gold cache of possible updates. Yeah. I don't think anyone at the time seriously considered Sonic to make it in, but Sonic was my dream pick at the time, as the character means a lot to me. I remember waking up and checking the website, and I could not believe my eyes. The character portrait and trailer was a surreal experience I would never forget. It was like a dream. I remember feeling an excitement I'd never felt before, and on occasion, reminisce about how this reveal and how it made me feel. I nearly cried. Has there ever been an event or events like this to happen for you? Oh, it happens to me all the time. I would say, of course, I fail to think of specifics, but there's plenty of events that make me tear up. When they finally, even though we're still waiting for it, when they finally showed off Beyond Good and Evil 2, I was like over the moon. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And now we're still waiting for the game. But that reveal was amazing. The reveal of Twilight Princess was like that for me. I was just blown away. Seeing Shenmue 3.
Wait, which Beyond Good and Evil? You said Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Yeah.
Which one? The
yeah.
the trailer,
not the page with the flies, the more recent one.
Oh, okay.
I had another one and then you interrupted.
Rob the robot.
For me, can I answer this too, or is it just?
It's for everybody. God damn, yeah, you answer because I forgot what I was going to say.
The Nintendo On trailer.
Do you have a serious answer?
Yeah, I mean when they announced the Wii and the Wii controller, I remember that being like shocking, and I also remember conversations with us and Do Michaels, and I felt the same way, where like playing in the middle of playing a game, just kind of like stopping and looking at my hands and being like, this is real right now. What the heck are we doing? Like, this is incredible.
Yeah, the Wii, you're right. Especially seeing it revealed and then actually getting it in your hands. Yeah, it was something else.
Like you felt like you were part of something.
The reveal of Solid Snake for Smash Brothers really, really blew me away. I could not believe that they were doing that. And I saw the trailer and I was just like overcome. I was like, I can't believe I'm seeing this. I can't believe he's going to be in this game. Also, the first trailer for Kid Icarus Uprising, when Pitt flies in, and I think he says something like "sorry to keep you waiting" or something like that, because obviously it had been so long since the Kid Icarus game, and he just swings by in front of the camera, and I think he says that, "sorry to keep you waiting," and I was like, oh man, that's so cool that he's come back. When I saw Donkey Kong Country Returns, because there were rumors of it coming back at E3 just the day before, and then Reggie's on stage, and he says something like, if you listen closely, I think you can hear it coming, and you hear like the bum bum ba dum bum ba dum ba da bum, and I was like, oh my God, is it happening? I'm getting excited talking about it right now. It was just such a great reveal. But yeah, that stuff happens to me all the time. If there's games that really mean a lot to me, or that I really love, seeing a sequel announced blows me away all the time.
Speaking of sequels, Romy, sorry, this isn't about the... Well, Mom Brain, do you have an answer for this before I interrupt?
I think just the Wii. I think everything about it was exciting and everything about it was new. And then we slept on the streets of New York, or we're out really early in the morning to pick ours up. And I don't know, there was just something really magical about it.
Yes. Romy, I think I saw something, but maybe it was just a rumor and garbage. But did you get your dream release for
This is a good talk.
Crash Bandicoot? Is that actually going to happen?
Well, it's happening. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4 has been leaked. the cover art has been leaked. Snippets from the trailer have been leaked, and the rating was leaked, so it's official. And right now we know it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One. I wouldn't be surprised to see it hit Switch later on. But yes, it looks like it is coming. Except it's. I was really hoping that Naughty Dog would come back to make it, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. It seems like it's Activision and Toys for Bob, who are more than capable. But yes, it's like Crash Bandicoot 4. Like it's actually like the next numbered sequel. And screenshots from the trailer make it look like it is a return to traditional Crash. So I am excited. We will probably, I think they said we'll hear more about it on June 22nd. So this coming week. Yes, I'm very excited to see that.
Yeah, because you were talking about like surprise
I'm just surprised,
but like surprise sequels.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's going to be PS4, Xbox One, and not PS5 exclusive. That would have been such a cool thing to have as a PS5 exclusive. Like, hey, where Crash used to be our mascot, really, and we're bringing him back for PS5. I thought that would have been cool, but I'll take it however it comes. Hello, Sebas, and yes, Sebas says the name is Crash 4. It's about time, which is a pun on it's about time that there's a new numbered Crash Bandicoot, but also this game is about time travel in some ways. So there you go. So I think we answered that question well. That's a good question. Thank you. So many great memories. That Kid Icarus trailer too. I remember for some reason, I vividly remember Pit fighting a giant dog or something. And like the dog goes to bite him and Pit like swings or dodges out of the way. And he says like, bark like a dog. And I remember I saw that trailer in the actual press conference. I was sitting in the theater when it was taking place. And I just remember that moment. I was like, oh, this is so cool. It's just really cool to see him back. And now he's been gone ever since. All right, that's that. Mom Brain.
Yes.
Let us do our music trivia. Send your music to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. Lego Mario.
I got music.
Give us your help.
You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh.
We need your help.
Is that what I sound like?
We haven't been doing good lately, Lego Mario. We need.
Look at how beautiful my cat is.
Yeah, let's finish this show before he wakes up.
So beautiful. This one comes from Autumnal Blake.
Turn up more. Your Discord. I can't even place the system. Have a system, please.
Switch.
Well, it does not ring a bell. It's okay. We don't need to get the first one. What is it, Mom Ring?
Autumnal Blake stumped you with Nintendo Labo VR kit.
What part of the VR kit is that? God damn it. God damn it.
This next one comes from Anastasia Beaverhausen.
A game about graduation.
No.
Game about doilies.
No.
What system?
3DS?
Sounds so real.
I know. Professor Lee. Phoenix Wright.
Nope.
What's this? I can't ask anything else. First party?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Pokemon.
No.
Get it out of the way. All right, turn it down a little bit. It's not Smash Brothers.
No.
It's not. I don't think it's Mario.
Oh, Mario's in it.
Mario and Luigi.
Yes.
Oh, on 3DS, Bowser's Inside Story?
No.
I don't remember. A Dream Team?
Yes.
Whew.
You got it. It was
Mario, you gave me your power.
Mario and Luigi Dream Team from Anastasia Beaverhausen. This one comes from Blood Ocean 07. Let me just turn this down a bit just in case.
Oh, Back to the Future.
Yeah, on the NES.
This is The Power of Love, sped up. How about that, Nicky Hill? Yep, they sped it up. You know, Huey Lewis in the news.
Yeah.
Power up. Bam, 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 bam.
Power of love. Okay. That was Back to the Future on the NES from Blood Ocean 07. The next song comes from Boxy Brown. Are you making out with Mario?
Okami.
No.
Okami Den.
No.
Odama.
No.
What system?
GameCube and Dreamcast.
Skies of Arcadia.
Yes. Skies of Arcadia Legends.
How do we keep getting Skies of Arcadia?
Luck of the draw, baby. All right. This one comes from Char.
Minish Cap.
Yes.
The ice one.
On the GBA.
Is it ice? I like this song.
I don't know.
This song really stuck with me because I thought it sounded a lot better than the other songs in that game. Okay.
Excuse me. All right. Thank you for that one, Char. This one comes from Freddie Fro.
Well, some sort of Donkey Kong. Okay, Mario plus Rabbids.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm hip to your Sly games. How funny is that I specifically talked about that moment? This is Rabbid Kong, I guess. All right.
All right. That was from Freddie Fro.
Man, Mario is good luck.
This one's from Jet Jaguar.
Focus, all attacks.
Counting on you, Nikki Hill.
So it's portable.
Yes.
Trauma Center.
No.
Zenses.
No.
Ghost Trick.
No.
Trace member.
No.
She's counting on you, Nikki Hill. Come on.
It's not Nintendo, is it?
No.
What's that one about the kids in the island?
Lost in Blue.
Yes.
Hey, baby.
Hey, we did it. Thanks for the tip.
Great job, guys. That was from Jet Jaguar, and it was Lost in Blue. This one comes from Matthew.
All right. I don't think this is right, but it's got guitar, so I'll go with Sonic.
No.
Oh, now I'm really thrown off. What system?
Switch.
Some RPG.
It is an RPG.
All right. It's not Octopath.
No.
Switch RPG. That's tough. How about something of mana?
Nope.
Dragon Quest something?
Nope.
Is it a series?
Yes.
Long running?
Yes.
Long running RPG. Final Fantasy.
No.
First party? No.
Yes.
Xenoblade?
No.
Fire Emblem.
No.
First party RPG. Pokemon?
Yes.
Sword and Shield?
Yes.
God damn it.
I hate playing Pokemon music because it's like pulling freaking teeth.
Send your Pokemon music. Don't let Mom Brain's bitterness get you down.
Oh man.
We got there.
Yeah, it's nothing against Pokemon or the music. This one comes from the Namekian Clown.
Oh, there you go. The Namekian Clown.
That's how they spelled it in their email.
Mom Brain.
They separated it out.
Yes. Okay.
And I felt the need to read it that way.
All right. Look at me. You get one chance.
Okay.
Did you make a mistake?
No.
All right.
Who is in the chat, actually?
I know. That's the best part.
Here we go.
Okay, now wait a minute. I know it's Castlevania.
It is.
Is this Order of Ecclesia
It is.
with Shanoa?
I haven't finished that game.
That's my favorite portable Castlevania. I love Order of Ecclesia.
These games are tough, man.
Bling blung, blung blung bling blung. Okay, let's go.
For a gamer noob like myself.
Last song for today comes from Wired.
Final Fantasy?
No.
It's not first party.
No.
What system?
Switch.
God damn it. What's that game I just played? Snack World.
Nope.
How about Little Town Story? Or
Nope.
Little Town, whatever it's
Nope. Malik Halo got it.
Malik Halo got it.
I don't want to tattle, but the people in this Lego championship are cheating.
Brothers?
Nope.
What the music was like in that game.
It's an RPG?
I don't know.
Man, we did so good today. I would like to end it with a win. I don't know. Go
Alright,
ahead.
can you do one of those fake name swap out word, like word swap out word name things that Army does?
It'd be really hard to do.
I don't like
Think about medium Starbucks drink. What it's called.
What's the medium one called, Nikki Hill? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Venti.
That's the biggest one.
Grande?
Grande.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Sounds kind of like that.
I just want to point out that Mom Brain's usually really bad at this kind of stuff, so I don't know how close to this is.
Harambe?
No.
About a song about Harambe.
6 out, everybody.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Grandia collection.
Oh.
I mean, what else would I have? Right?
Bigia.
Right? Like a,
Largia. Yeah, I've never played Grandia, so I don't know.
so I think you got two
Bigia
wrong.
assortment.
Well, I stand corrected.
That's great. How many did we get there? 8 out of 10. Autumnal Blake says, yeah, we're back in it, baby.
It says you guys are being little bitches.
That's the week we needed. That is
Oh, wait
the
a
week we
minute.
needed.
If we're being little bitches, then we get an extra star each. So that's 10 out of 10. Boom.
All right, everybody. That's it. That's our supersized show. We had a lot of fun talking about stuff, and I hope you had a lot of fun being here.
It is. Jeez.
I don't know what the record for the longest podcast is. This might be it.
Oh
We had a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Exclusive content. That's it, though. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Enjoy your week. Stay safe.
Oh, my God. Looking at my stars we got from Anastasia. What is that? 6, 12, 18, 19, 20? 20 stars. A 20-star show.
You're a 20-star bitch.
You know what I was going to say? Giant Reggie says, very cool. Many stars. You know what I was going to say? I didn't like last week's show. I felt I just had a bad performance. It wasn't you guys. I don't know. I was so excited for the show beforehand, and then we did it, and I was like, I don't like how that one came out. This one, boom! That's what I have to say about this.
That show had like bad juju.
Wow.
Hey, but what
Giant
about
Reggie says that's 15 years.
what about this stuff?
15 years.
Ooh, Kirby says, I wanted to tell you I started Watchmen today.
Yeah, I heard HBO showing it for free this weekend, I think. Thanks, Deister. That's really nice of you. There are shows where I'm like, boy, that sucks. And then somebody will tell me, hey, that show was great last week. I don't know what they're talking about.
Whoa.
Oh, he got dizzy. Look at his eyes. I didn't know
Were
that
those
happened.
birds chirping
Yeah.
or was that? Spin him around.
There. When I did it in the video, when I took off his pants, he said like Wahoo or something.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah, you do it every time this time. It was good to see you, Joe. Anastasia, I took his pants off 3 times. What more do you want? What other Nintendo podcast took off Mario's overalls 3 times in one episode?
Just for you.
Just for you. See
Also,
the old
Blake says, what does he say when you rub him where his nipples should be?
get a look at the old plumber's pipe, if you know what I mean. Ooh, these are his nipples right here. Giant yellow nipples right here.
I installed those nipples myself.
All right. That's it. We're done here.
Are you okay?
Super. It was a super show. The Super Nintendo, Super Go Nintendo Super Show.
I'm going to try and make some Beyond Burgers on the grill before the weather takes a dump.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little cloudy here.
Yeah, it's sprinkled here a little.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a great weekend. Relax. Hang out with friends and family, virtually or in person, whatever you've decided is the way to go. Just be safe doing it. And we will see, you. Let me get this ready for real. God damn it. We will see you next week.
Goodbye, friends.
Everybody have a great week. Be safe.
Everybody.
Be safe and spread the love.
Yeah, spread that.